Welcome into the Chemistry Podcast, episode number 301.
Young Ike. Yeah, baby, right here. First farm. Damn right.
Oh, listen, I was sick last week and now I'm still feeling sick.
No one cares, man. You're
My
gonna stop,
eyes-
like, people don't care about that.
People
Everybody's
are probably
sick.
like, take your...
Maddie's probably got COVID.
Well,
It is what it is.
It's been going around.
You get
The
sick, you get sick.
office, it's been going
You
around.
gotta take those vitamins, stuff like that, man.
I could
It's all
take the
good.
glasses off and I listen,
Take 'em
'cause I
off,
don't want to
man.
wear them and like, because people...
Let me see your eyes.
Look at them.
Look glazy.
Yeah, dude,
Look
it's
glazy.
my allergies. And the cleaning ladies are using some type of spray
Anyways, like,
or...
you are so relatable. Like, all these people, it's just unbelievable. I don't know. Like,
Dude.
you're not relatable at all.
Okay, no, I am.
So when you complain
No,
about, like,
'cause
people
they
are
all
driving,
know.
they're busting their ass and they're like, that cleaning lady, like, clean ladies are expensive.
Okay,
Like,
no.
they are. Maybe if you could be a blue collar person and still get a clean lady once in a while. Somebody that's cheap goes in, gets the dust off it. That's difficult to do. But the way you talk about it, though, it's just so fucking bougie.
What, the girls?
Like, stop.
The girls, the cleaning
You
girls,
know.
the girls are over. The girls are
You
in.
got
The
Hector
girls are
doing
there.
your yard, and I'm the same way, but I don't brag about it.
Well,
like
you don't
do.
have someone doing your yard.
What are you talking?
It's done through like your homeowners association.
What? We pay that
Through your
Mitchell every
it's like-
single
it's-
month. I see the.
It's part of your condo fees.
You're not good at chirping, dude. You're just
Hey,
not
so listen, the
storytelling. and
cleaning ladies
chirping,
are
man.
using chemicals, I think, in my house that I'm allergic to because every time they come over,
You know.
every time they come over and they leave, I can't see. My eyes are running. They're watering.
All right.
Very, very bad.
Well, tell them, what are you doing?
My fever goes up. Dude,
Fuck, you're
Lysol.
a bubble. You're
Dude,
bubble boy.
But
dude.
you know I'm allergic to Lysol and stuff like that. I can't have it.
Well, why don't you tell them?
Dude, I don't know what they're using them. I'm not
Why don't you
always
ask
there.
them, you know, why don't you ask
She brings like 4
You're
girls
paying.
with her.
4 for your little house?
Yeah.
Get out of here. That's a dude. You spend
So
a lot
they're
of
in
money.
and out in like an hour and a half.
I mean, I ate so much this weekend. Like, oh god, oh
I told you got to wear a black shirt
God Almighty.
on Mondays after you eat all week.
I'm so weird though with stuff. Like Thursday night, we did a nice event. Me and Losey and Jamal Maris, Reed Lowe, Jamal Maris, with Layla Anderson.
Yeah,
who
Layla.
went through hell.
Yeah.
2 other girls that were sitting at our table, young girls that went through hell. And that night, Kate and I went there. We had some good food from Twisted Tree.
What
I'll
was
give
the
them a shout
charity
out.
for?
God damn it, Andy.
You really don't know?
What? No, it was
Damn, that's
no.
not good.
It was for a bunch of different ones. That's what it was. Okay, because you put me on the spot there, and I
That's
shouldn't.
not on the spot.
No,
You're
well,
going there to
you're-
support a charity.
I knew it was for kids with cancer,
Uh-huh.
and there's a billion other little things that sponsor,
Mhm.
and
Dude, you got to know
you're
that.
100% right.
Golly.
And I'm not
You
going
wanna,
to delete
like,
this.
switch
no,
topics?
No, I'm not going to delete it.
You want to
anyway,
switch topics?
listen.
Because we can turn the page.
it was a
dude.
lovely night. So when we go to these events, man, they had like cool cut stuff, and we're, Jamal and Reed and I have to go on stage and do our thing and whatnot. But there's good food there. I'm pecking away at it, but I don't like eating in front of people.
Really?
I don't like eating in front of, especially like above 400 people there,
Mhm.
and everybody's looking at you. I don't do that for some reason. So I'm starving. So that night it's Thursday night. I'm skating at 7:30 in the morning. We go home. I go, God dang it, girl.
Oh, no. Taco Bell?
Let's go by God dang Popeyes.
Oh, Popeyes.
Oh, Lord.
I've never had that in my
I know you
life,
haven't.
dude.
But if you know, you know.
Popeyes? No one goes
Andy,
to Popeyes,
yes,
dude.
Yes, they do. Popeyes is
Aren't they kind of
No.
in like dangerous neighborhoods?
how
Oh,
dare
shit.
you?
Take it out.
No, Maddie.
Take it
don't,
out.
Maddie, don't touch it.
Oh my
Maddie,
God.
I'm talking to
I'm
you.
asking a
Don't
serious question.
You touch that.
Is it
I get what you're saying.
like a
I'll give you that.
church's
I'll get what you're saying. But no, it's Popeyes is everywhere.
by
They're-
your house? They don't
Yes,
have that by
in
me. dude.
Wildwood. In
they don't,
wealthy
they don't-
Wild-
they don't have that by me.
In wealthy Wildwood, there's a Popeyes. And I went there,
Mm.
and I go, Kate, we got to go. And I get a big 12-piece of just extra crispy, the spicy stuff. And I was so hungry, talking to people all night. I'm skating in the morning. I crushed that goddamn thing.
Dude.
Crushed it.
Um,
So I get, wait. Is that the end of the story, Andy? I know your stories drag on, but just hear me out. So we're skating at 7:30. My stomach was so fucked up.
Mhm.
Tried to get everything out before I went. Got up early, extra early,
Mhm.
just to flush it out.
Uh-huh.
I am so weird about going to the bathroom next to people. I won't do it. Piss, don't give a
Even
shit.
like in front of your wife?
She's the only one.
Like you'll leave the door. You'll leave the door wide open.
No.
I do.
No,
wide open.
That's what Hoosiers would do.
No, it's not.
No, I don't leave the door open.
I'll have a full-on conversation when she's doing her hair.
She's the only person I'll fart in front of. I never do it in front of you.
All night long.
You do silent ones during interviews, and I know when you do it, and I gotta look at you like you motherfucker.
That's not true.
So anyway, I even get in the locker room in the morning. We got this beautiful locker room, and right when I get in there, I'm like, I'm just gonna use the bathroom now. Get it over with, because it's hurting. It's one of those weird things where it cripples you. Like,
what day is this?
This is Friday morning.
Oh,
somebody's in there. I'm like, son, bitch.
This is after the Popeyes?
After the Popeyes in the morning at 6:40.
You can't do that.
I couldn't go in there because somebody was in there.
Well,
that's how weird I am.
Yeah.
All day, played that game. I was god awful. I know guys were chirping me.
Oh, you mean there's more than one stall? You couldn't go in there because you didn't want to go next to somebody.
Yeah.
I can understand that.
I'm weird about that. I hated guys
No, I'm the
that did
same
that
way,
too.
dude. I'm the same way.
They'd sit right next to each other and be like, hey, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
They'd share like magazines. I'm like, I like to be by myself.
Yeah.
I like to find a women's bathroom.
Me too. That's what I used to do when I was
or
a
the
DJ.
transgender one. I mean, whatever the fuck. There's new
the family one.
The family one.
Mm-hmm.
The whatever one. The one that no one goes into.
Yeah.
That's the one I want. I don't want to be around anybody. Yeah. This thing lasted all for about till 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm way out there. Right before I left, I'm finally like, okay. I played that stupid game. I was terrible. Everybody's chirping me. I know you heard about it. My stomach's so fucked up. I'm just about to wait till everybody leaves. I go in there. Bruce Affleck walks right in and lays
down your feet.
And he knows
in
there.
Shoes those
he's
are.
In there first. He right before I go in there, he goes in, and I know he takes 40 minutes. I know that for a fact. He reads magazines. So I left, and I had to went to do 2 different goddamn gas stations.
You did?
2 different gas stations.
Don't you know where to go?
Finally,
dude?
I found one, and I did it. Man, everywhere I go, there's 15 swinging dicks.
Hold on. Time out, because I always tell you where to go. You got to find the nice hotels, which is what I find the Ritz-Carlton. Always find the nice hotel. You got a hotel right next door to the rink. You pull right up to the lobby, go into that hotel, and you're all good. I mean, I've done that several times on the road. Whenever I'm on the road, you always stop by a hotel. But I'm kind of with you in terms
I don't
of.
Need to prolong that, but if people know, they know.
Story,
I know. Sorry,
but like I know how that goes. I don't like to go in the bathroom when other people are there, and I certainly am not going in after somebody who I see in there.
I've seen so many disgusting
When I was a
things.
DJ for a country music station back in the day.
Oh, that's the worst. Those places.
And so I used to do the overnight, midnight to 6 a.m. Okay, I did a lot of different things. I had request nights with Stricky on Wednesday nights.
That blew up.
I have a T-shirt, KAFF, Calf Country, man. Call them up, Flagstaff, Arizona, and tell them I say hello. But there was a Chevron station, and they used to call in all the time, make requests. And they came over. I signed a shirt. They had it hanging up inside the gas station, in the Chevron. You can probably go there right now. Still see the Chevron. There. So I used to go in the women's bathroom when I would work overnights because nobody else would be in the entire station. So I'd go in the women's restroom all the time. When I was in college, dude, I'd find the most remote bathroom in a building that no one ever goes into. Sometimes the women's bathroom because
you could drop a goddamn popsicle.
It's cleaner, dude. It's cleaner. I know.
I did get caught one time. I told the story, but in Albany, I got caught. A woman was actually underneath the building early in the morning.
In the women's bathroom?
I go in the bathroom. She pulled it right next to me.
That's a felony, dude.
I should have got in trouble.
Is that a felony?
Yeah, I'd be pissed if I was her husband. Mm-hmm. Although I'm a player and we're practicing, they all know we're there, and I get weirded out by that.
I know.
I'm really.
I was telling my kids about this the other day because like when I was a kid, I hated having dinner over at like my friends' houses, unless they were like making something good. But like I would.
Were you a picky?
Dude, I would never eat eggs at a friend's house. I would never eat cereal at a friend's house, dude. I couldn't.
Yeah, but that's really
drink
odd.
their milk at a friend. I would never drink milk at a friend's house, dude.
Eat their food, dude.
I know you would. I know you would.
I'll watch them eat.
Cam's like, well, I don't eat at my house. Can I? What do you have here?
Sometimes. My parents didn't have food, and I'd go to my neighbor's food, and I'm like, oh, I remember one time when I was really young, I went to my neighbor's, and I was too stupid to understand, but like, they were so nice, and I remember like me and my brother are there, like, let's go see what Zach and Danny are doing, real young, and I could look through my parents just said, hey, no, this is 6 o'clock at night, they're eating, and I went there and I looked through their front door, and I'm banging on it while they're eating, and they just looked at me and said, get out of here.
Oh, the family?
Yeah.
They didn't want you in there.
And I just remember that vividly.
Oh,
and I went home
that'll
like, God,
scar you.
And my dad's like, well, why? They were eating.
Yeah.
Don't bang on their... God.
And you're going... First time Cam ever came over to my house, remember you started going through my
I don't care about that now. I don't give
going
a shit.
through my
if
pantry.
you're eating, when I go over there, I'm looking.
You want to know what was going on?
I'm not a kid anymore.
Yeah.
If you want me to go to your house for some odd reason, I'm going through your fridge.
No, you shouldn't be going.
I look through your pantry. You didn't have that. I gotta have to look again because I don't know what's in your. I don't know what's in your fridge.
Loaded up.
With what?
My house growing up, we had nothing. Like no good food.
Don't act like you're that.
Dude, I'm being serious, dude.
Jesus.
You know, we didn't have like some of my friends did.
Dude, a lot of people didn't have good food in the 90s.
And like, I'd say, do your parents grocery shop like blindfolded and just start hitting everything off the shelves and putting it in the cart?
Whatever's the cheapest.
Like you see these like Hostess type stuff and like snacks, and you're like, damn, I always wonder who buys those. Like you buy those? They had every type of flavor. They had every soda known to man.
Sodas. My parents never brought.
We maybe had a 2-liter bottle, dude, and it was flat.
Yeah. Oh, okay. After a while, it gets flat.
My God.
You know what
we
I mean?
like maybe had like a Diet 7-Up 2-liter bottle.
That's what it was. Like I remember going to Price Chopper in House Springs and like it's all
you gotta bag your own stuff there.
Shit. Yeah. But like everything's cheap and it's shit. Now everything's expensive.
I know.
And it's good. Like I remember going to Whole Foods in 2005 in Jersey. And I'm like, oh, we're staying on Prospect Avenue in Jersey. And everybody's like, dude, Whole Foods right there. Go there. It's so healthy. I went there and I'm like, this shit is fucking nasty.
You know, that's why I call it whole paycheck,
expensive.
Dude. Yeah.
I go, what? So we finally found, by the way, in Jersey, love all y'all up there. Compared to what you have in the Midwest when it comes to big ass fucking grocery stores, theirs are shitty up there.
No.
Yeah, they are.
Not in Buffalo where I'm from, dude.
Did I say Buffalo? I said Jersey.
They have a Wegmans.
There's a lot of distance between the two.
Yeah.
In Jersey, I felt like it's Whole Foods or like
a Wawa.
A Wawa.
A Wawa.
Wow, that's a gas station.
Yeah. But they have the sandwiches and stuff you can make
really
there.
Good.
Dude,
but the grocery stores up there sucked. I did watch the Olympics. And I know there's a lot of controversy around like the beginning part with all that kind of stuff. Kate's like showing me
Dude, Laurie's loving it too.
Loving everything. I didn't even see the transgender
stuff.
Dude,
that's what I was going to say. I didn't even notice it. Everyone's like, it's the scene from The Last Supper. I'm like, dude, I could have watched that.
I saw it on Twitter.
I could have watched that 1,500 more times. I would never even know.
You know what the coolest part was, in my opinion? Like a lot of the fruity stuff.
The horse.
Like, okay.
The mechanical horse.
Yeah, that's like the sign of death coming.
Oh my God, that guy was death. That's what he was.
That was scary. It looked like Assassin's Creed. Well, if you know that, by the way, Assassin's Creed, I played every single one of them.
If you know, you know.
It's one of the baddest ass games ever created. There's a ton of them. So yeah, Assassin's
one
Creed.
Of those.
It looked just like that. But that scene with the horse going down, that wasn't the best scene. The best was, I think, Gajira, the heavy metal band, when they saw Marie Antoinette and her cut off head, and they showed that beautiful castle, and the guys are rocking like playing heavy metal.
No,
you didn't see that with all the fire going, and they showed all Marie Antoinette's head that was chopped off back in the day.
The guy who
that was badass.
The guy who choreographed the entire pre-game ceremony or pre-Olympic ceremony. He apologized. He came out and said he was not meaning to disrespect Christians around the world. A lot of Christians, and there's a lot of Christians in France too, Cam. In case you
they get pissed about that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
man.
but
it's like kind of mocking, and
I didn't even pick up on it.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it off the bat, or else I probably would have been like, "Why would you have a bunch of?" The one guy looked like his ball sack was hanging out, but if you look,
he was painted blue.
Then you look closer. No, the one guy he had this like skimpy ass. Like what you'd wear to, like a fucking gay orgy or something.
Cupid or something.
That you would wear. But I think it was like a hole in his spandex he was wearing. It looked like a nutsack. Then the girl in the beginning, the heavy set woman that they have. The DJ. It didn't look kind of like the Last Supper. It's just like, what's with the trans stuff all the time? Like, why have that? I don't understand. Listen, and if you look back in the day with France, man, They used to cross-dress all the time.
Did they?
Look at how they wore makeup. They were fancy. So I get all that.
Who did?
France.
They used to cross-dress?
Oh, Jesus. Big time. They were very flamboyant.
Let me hear from your France.
Go ahead.
Fact check that one.
Dude, what do you think?
Cross-dressing?
No, that's been going on for a long time. They did it with the Roman era.
All right, it's all good.
Yeah, Andy.
Whatever, it's all good.
So, but if you look at all the kings in France, they were very flamboyant, spent a lot of money, makeup, decked out, all over the place. Okay. So that's part of their history. But then you got like a woman with a beard, was I guess a man, and she's showing her ass, and she's doing this.
Was she on the runway?
I don't know.
Because they had the runway models.
I just saw all the video of it. I'm like, that is kind of odd. Do I care? Am I religious? No. Do I care that much? No. But I saw like videos of parents like, what is this? Holding their kids. And I'm like, that is
really?
Yeah.
You saw videos of that?
Yeah, I see.
Dude,
videos
my kids are watching the
you didn't see that part. No. So if you saw that part, they'd probably be like, what is that? It'd be weird.
There was some of it that was a little weird, but I just didn't. It didn't bother me. Dude, I can watch that. I don't even notice it, Cam. That's the problem. Some of that type of stuff.
If that blue guy is like,
oh no, I was like, what is going on?
With his penis showing through his thing.
No, that's weird.
Like, I'd be like, what the fuck is this?
No,
I didn't see it off the bat.
Yeah.
But then I saw the video. I'm like, my kids are there. I'm like, this is what the fuck.
Yeah,
I would.
I know. I watched that and I'm kind of like, I don't know what's going on.
You didn't see it live.
Like where I did or whatever.
Not the weird part.
Delay,
you didn't see the weird part.
At nighttime.
Yeah, but initially. You didn't see it, so therefore that's why your opinion's so.
I'm more interested in like where's Steph Curry, where's LeBron, where's the men's basketball team.
Did you see that girl on China who's 7'4"?
Yao Ming?
No, that's a dude.
Oh my God! Well, he was like 7'4".
No, this chick is gigantic.
Really?
Watch this.
Bring her over to the league. Bring her to the league.
I swear to God, this Chinese chick is gigantic.
Let's look her up.
So when they do the ball toss at the beginning, they don't even jump. They just let her get it. You see that mug, Maddie? You been watching Olympics? No, I get you.
Is it a Chinese basketball player?
Yeah, she's gigantic.
Bring her to the league, dude. That's all I would say.
Yeah, bring her to the league. She probably will. See her?
7'3".
Yeah, I told you guys.
Bring her over.
So when the U.S. I saw the men's play.
She's from Shandong.
Yeah,
which is very. They have a history of developing a lot of, especially post players.
Yeah, well, they make a lot of stuff that you're wearing right now over there.
You don't know that. You think these Nikes? Hey, tell the people I'm not wearing. Tell the people I'm not wearing flip flops.
He's not wearing flip flops anymore. I gave him a little compliment because he has some cool shoes on. I go, that's what you need to wear. Mm-hmm. And he wears flip flops when it's raining. It's get 4 inches of rain on the ground. And he's walking with flip flops. Everybody's looking at him.
And what'd you say?
Fucking goofball. I called him out in front of everybody.
No, what'd you say about when I had the shoes on?
They look good.
You're like my calves.
Your calves look. I swear to God, your calves look better. Yeah. You look more athletic. Those goofy sandals, like you look like you're lazy. You look, when you walk into a meeting, you look like you're fucking on a beach.
Meeting?
You're not on a beach. When you walk in and go,
wear that to a meeting.
You wore that to blues practice and stuff like that, where you're talking to important people,
I do.
And you look like a jackass with sandals on. All those other guys, and you always tell me to dress up.
Yeah, I know.
You just look like you're like, I don't, a laissez-faire. I don't give a fuck. I swear to God, not just you, anybody. If somebody came in for a meeting, or like had some important word, it was your job. You walk in with sandals, I'm like, you look lazy to me. Yeah. It's a little petty, but that's just my opinion.
Okay, so do you know that Joel Embiid? I got into this men's basketball team. First of all, they're so cool though. They are just cooler than everybody.
Cool as a '92 team.
Well, they're close, dude.
No, not even close. To be honest with you, I watched that documentary yesterday just to make sure.
I know.
And those guys were so patriotic. They're so fucking cool. And I love some of these guys on this team right here. I love fucking Steph Curry's awesome.
He's awesome.
LeBron's annoying, but like
that. Yeah, LeBron's cool though. And
he played great.
Yeah, but
is he cool?
I don't know.
No, he played awesome.
I like what he said though by being the flag bearer.
I did
some
too.
of the stuff he was saying, man. I thought he's being very respectful to the country, dude.
He is, but he said some stupid things, so he's got to earn it back.
So he's starting to a little bit, man.
Yeah.
And it's like
that's fair.
Watching Kobe back in the day, he always delivered in the Olympics, dude. Dwayne Wade, these guys were always really good in the Olympics. He's the color commentator.
Dwayne Wade.
He's the color commentator. He's married to a actress.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. But anyway, I just love the Olympics. Always bring back the nostalgia for me. And now it's like that dream team. You know how many other NBA players there were in the Olympics playing basketball in 1992?
Yes, there's a ton now, and there's like 17 back in 96. Was it 6?
And there's like 94 now.
Yeah, because of that. And here's another thing.
Yeah, because of that.
And I'll tell you this.
Yeah, Lithuania had the Grateful Dead jerseys.
And by the way, they all wanted to take pictures with all those guys in 92 and stuff like that. None of the guys went out besides one person, 2 people. I'll tell you.
Hold on. Went out
wait.
where?
Went out to talk to the fans when they're in the Olympic city of Barcelona.
Yeah.
Jordan went to go play golf with the coach.
Oh.
Magic, and then hit
You're
from
saying
everybody.
92 team.
In 92. This is what built up everything.
Yeah, I'll tell you who went out.
Hold on. I'll tell you in a second.
Yeah.
The one guy that went out, Charles Barkley,
Yeah.
because he fucked up. He punched a guy in a stupid game. He looked like a fool. He had all this negative energy going on with Team USA.
What do you mean, in a basketball game?
In a basketball game. They were dominating. He said the kid who was like looking up to him the whole time punched him, and Barkley did something stupid. And he's like, you know what I'm going to do tomorrow? I'm going to walk around the village by myself and mingle with all the fans.
No one security.
He did. And no one did. He was sweet to everybody. John Stockton did the same thing with a camera crew.
They didn't even know he's a basketball player.
He went up to fans.
He looked like a math teacher.
He went up to fans of the Jazz who had Jazz jerseys on, and he's like, "Hey, you having a good time?"
They're like,
"Yeah, we love basketball. We love this." And I remember one chick goes, "We love John Stockton too." He's like, "Oh, do you?"
Yeah.
They didn't even know who he was.
Really?
He was with his family. It's just,
yeah.
Well, Barkley, they all.
Okay. Well, 92 too. I mean, listen. There will never be a team cooler than that team.
Never.
Okay. So that is the standard. But I will say this group is pretty good, man.
Yeah, they're cool.
And the NBA is really cool, dude. Whether you like it or not, when they're there, dude, it just elevates. Everyone wants to be next to these guys. Everyone wants a piece of these guys.
I could see that.
But I was looking at all their shoe deals. And because I was going to say, Steph Curry, man, when they're going to the bus and stuff like that, there's different videos and stuff. He's like the one player that goes out,
That's what I mean.
doesn't go straight to the bus.
He goes to everybody.
He goes and signs autographs and shit. He's a good dude.
Yeah.
And you know what? Like, he was a McDonald's All-American. Even though his dad played in the NBA,
yeah,
he played at a small school, you know?
He's cool, man.
I like him. He showed up in the NCAA tournament where he just blew up. And that's where people started to realize who he was. And then he obviously got drafted in the first round. But, all right, so Curry wears the Under Armour shoes, which is fine. It's not Nike, you know. I mean, LeBron's got his own Nike shoe. Tatum's got a Jordan shoe.
Tatum didn't play, did he?
Didn't get in the game.
A little bit of a trauma.
We'll talk about that.
He might have, they said maybe he partied, the guy was late or something.
Oh, really?
I know.
Are they saying that?
That's what I heard. Actually, who knows?
Okay, well, we'll get into that here in a second.
I'm just sorry.
Joel Embiid,
yeah,
who I didn't even know was American. I thought he was from somewhere else, to be honest with you. I thought he was from one of the African countries or something like that.
I'm not sure.
You know what I'm saying?
No, that would make sense with the name.
I read his Wikipedia, so he's got a lot of American background, obviously, and some African heritage, and so he's true to his roots. Hell of a big man. Only had 4 points in the game, I think, but he wears Skechers, Cam. That's who he is endorsed by. I mean, you got to make sure your feet are protected. I just hope he's getting the right protection and he's wearing a quality shoe there.
Dude, he's fine.
Making sure.
That's what you're worried about. The Skechers are one of the most popular shoes in the world.
I know they are.
They are.
Do they make basketball shoes?
They can do whatever they want. You think he's going to wear those shoes just for the money?
Like you get them at Payless or something?
Dude, they're probably the most comfortable damn thing in the world.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
They probably have the exact same product as Nike. They just look a little different.
Yeah, my cleaning lady was wearing Skechers.
Dude, that'd be awesome.
You hear that?
I would like to be different.
You hear what I said?
Of course you wear Skechers. I know, because they're reliable.
No, they're very comfortable,
There's Skechers that you wear for boat shoes, for this, for that. I have pairs.
Boat shoes?
Yeah.
I used to wear Skechers back in the day. They look like construction boots, but they were Skechers. They were all brown and stuff like that.
It's like he's a construction worker. He wore those boots in one time. I go, God, laying some concrete down?
Yeah, hell yeah. I wore them on a private plane. You chirped me for it.
Yeah, I did, didn't I? Still better than sandals.
Yeah, true.
But we were going down. No, we were going to Nashville on that trip. But if you're by the ocean, yeah, I just feel like if you're going in a bunch of important people and you're doing your job and you need to look a certain way, which you do, which we do when we go places. If you wear sandals, look laissez-faire.
I'm reserving the sandals for different things.
I talked you into it.
I don't like having to wear socks all the time. And
socks are great.
Putting shoes on is a pain in the ass, But like when I took Chloe this morning,
putting shoes on.
I took Chloe to soccer this morning. She had soccer, and through a total tornado that was going on, very tornadic weather.
It was not tornadic.
Flood weather.
No. Flood weather, maybe.
Yes.
We had another downpour here in St. Louis.
I didn't want Cam to drive.
The storms were not spinning. There was any rotation anywhere. There wasn't any wind shear going on.
I couldn't see out of my windshield.
It was just straight headwinds. But Andy doesn't know the difference, so go ahead.
I couldn't see in front of me. That's how bad it was.
Yeah, you had a downpour.
So I texted Cam, being the good teammate that I am.
Can I say it? So this is Andy.
Nothing wrong with it.
You guys know Andy by now. You know me by now. I'm going to be there no matter what.
Oh, Jesus. I'm always there.
Let me talk. I will leave. I live way out there. I'll leave in shitty weather. If we need to get business done, unless it's so fucking bad I can't even move, I will get here. And Andy knows that. I've done it before.
Snowstorms.
I'm always snowstorms. I've been through
ice storms,
which Maddie couldn't even show up, and he's 2 miles away.
Maddie fell.
Maddie couldn't even get out of this. And I made my way here, and it was canceled. And I was mad, but it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
So Andy this morning, I just know he jams himself up, and everything's so tight. Like he's got to go there, and then he's got to leave here, and he's never on time when it comes to that. So he just always has to, like, there's too many things that he's got going before he needs to do this.
Mm-hmm.
So he texts me, and I even look at it because I was driving.
What time was it?
It was like
2 hours or 2.5 hours before we were going to meet.
And Andy's like, listen, I'm worried about you.
No, I didn't say that.
Don't drive in this. It's getting bad, and it's going to be bad for a couple hours. Do you want to meet at 11? And I look at it, and I just smile. Because I know he does not give a fuck about me driving here. Because if he was here and there was any kind of weather, he'd be like, no, you can make it. So this tells me that he's like, I got other things going on. I'm jammed up a little bit. Can we make this 11 o'clock so I can get things done? It is so fucking funny, dude. It's all good.
He responds, he goes, you're funny.
You're funny, dude. That's what it is. It wasn't even raining. The sun's out. I drove all the way here and stopped raining right when I got in the car.
So hard.
For 20 minutes.
I couldn't see a
and Andy acts like he's worried about it. I don't, Cam. Stop what you're doing. Don't drive in this.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, okay.
Well, that's how bad it was.
Rain. You're okay.
That's how bad it was.
That's funny. Anyway.
So getting back to Jason Tatum. Justin's his dad, who played at St. Louis University back in the day. Undersized postman, undersized big, could get to the rim, good rebounder.
Yeah.
But he didn't have the game that his kid has, Jason. Man.
I like Jason a lot, man.
He's unreal. Cool. But he was sitting there kind of upset. Now this Halliburton kid from the Indianapolis Pacers, he didn't play either. He just seems like a great kid. I've seen him interviewed over
he a winner?
and over.
I'm sorry. Didn't Tatum, was he MVP?
So Tatum, not MVP, but he won the NCAA or the NBA title. He's been a first-team All-NBA player each of the last 3 years. In fact, he's the only player on the team that was first-team All-NBA this past season. So he doesn't get into the game. And I was a little shocked. And Ty says to me, because he's got a Tatum jersey.
Everybody likes Tatum in St. Louis.
He goes, why is Tatum being benched? Yeah. And I said, he's not, dude. I go, it's a loaded team. Not everybody's going to play a ton of minutes.
It's not an all-star game.
But I thought he'd get in.
I know.
Like, he's not a guy that you just don't play.
So that's
if you were to ask me before the game, do you think Jason Tatum plays 1 minute in the game? I would have bet my house, my savings, everything I had.
I know.
Everything I
think a lot of people would have.
So if you're saying he was late, then maybe there's something. Are you spreading a rumor?
No, I'm not going to.
Because the International Basketball Association is going to hear about this.
Threw it out there. If I'm going to throw it on anybody, I think it's Clay Travis. And a lot of people don't like him. He's always good to us when he came on our shows and whatever. So I like Clay. He's out there. He's doing his thing to make his money. Tennessee, I think.
Okay.
So anyway,
was he a politician before he got into sports radio?
No.
Or was he a sports radio guy and then got into politics?
I think he got his bar degree. I think he's a lawyer. And It doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. But he's interesting at times. Sometimes I'm like, blah, blah. It's all good. Mm-hmm. But I think he did tweet out something like, why would he not get any sort of game time?
Like even
you're
5
killing
minutes.
These guys.
Although
they got some months. They got Luka on that team or whatever it was.
Jokic. Yeah.
Sorry. I'm not a basketball fan.
I know.
But this is interesting because you're wearing America. You're wearing the USA, baby.
Dude, it's so much fun.
And
to
LeBron,
watch.
And I chirp Bronny.
He's 39 years old.
I chirp LeBron. Man. He will. Yeah, but you're playing against. You should kill them.
They got it. They have one of the best NBA players in the league.
You got
on the
all the best in the league.
I know, but
you need to kill them.
He's still 39 and get into the basket, playing above the rim.
He's unbelievable.
He's athletic. I've never seen anything like it.
He's not the coolest guy, but he's watching him play. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah.
He looked good. And you're wearing the USA,
Kevin
baby.
Durant is absolutely incredible too.
Yeah.
And he's cool as shit.
Yeah, I like him.
He used to give his mama a kiss on when she'd be sitting front row on the sidelines.
Yeah, you give your mama. God,
why are you stretching your shirt like that?
Because I'm fat today.
Oh my God!
I ate so much food.
I mean, this guy's stretching his shirt out.
God.
It doesn't. It's not doing anything when you do that. It doesn't look too
so
tight.
much stuff over the weekend. Kate and I chilled. I barbecued. I went to Salt and Smoke. They're not a sponsor, but it's one of my favorite barbecues.
Yeah.
I know it makes you probably sick to your stomach thinking about it. But I got brisket. I took some brisket to my dad. Hung out with him.
Never start your day with a carb or
oh god,
or a
this didn't start my day.
No,
you
I'm
think
saying
I got this at 9
don't eat
o'clock in the morning?
bagels, toast, nothing like that to start your day.
Okay.
It's terrible for you.
Okay. All the people.
What's your favorite breakfast food?
I just like my eggs just scrambled with nothing. Just make them fluffy and let me crush that mug. I'll take avocado. But dude, I eat a lot better than you think.
Okay, good.
And I take my multivitamins. I take my collagen. I take all that in the morning. I crush up stuff. I eat really good. But I like my barbecue.
Do you know that Laurie made me?
Especially if I get my mind right.
She made me chocolate pudding out of avocado yesterday. So it tastes like it was like Bill Cosby. My Bill Cosby must have made it. Like it was.
Why'd you get gang raped when you
Is that what
out?
He does? He doesn't. He doesn't gang rape. I think he got a little touchy-feely, didn't he?
What do you mean, Bill Cosby?
He used to have the Jell-O pudding commercials.
Yeah, you would like him.
No, dude, the Cosby Show is a great show.
It was fantastic.
I mean,
and that's why people
ever
look at him just like Michael Jackson differently, because he was so good at something.
Yeah.
And they have this memory when they grew up that he was the ultimate dad, and he was a black man in a wealthy neighborhood because he was a doctor, and he just like fucking broke all these barriers down the Cosby Show.
And his wife was a lawyer.
His wife was a lawyer, and they were like, whoa, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Everybody loved him, dude.
Yeah.
Until they figured out that he would give you an Ambien and make love to you when you didn't know
God.
It is what it is.
And he did time, right? He got out now, though, right?
Yeah, I think he's out, dude. Like,
you think he still has money and everything?
I don't know.
So I went and saw his show live when I was a kid. He did.
He's not that funny.
He did a comedy show.
He was funny.
And one thing that always stood out was that he told his daughter if she got a 3.0, I think she was going to Penn.
Yeah.
University.
On the show?
No, this is on like his comedy show.
Okay.
So I went and saw him live, and he said, if you get a 3.0, I will buy you a car for getting a 3.0. She ended up getting a 2.0. And she said, what about my car? And he got this total clunker, rusted out piece of shit car, gave it to her, and he goes, this is your car. And she's like, what's this? He's like, this is a 2.0 car. So that
like
was
2.0. Like,
yeah, that was it.
That's like, she's not trying.
Yeah, probably not.
2.0.
Yeah,
you could do that sleeping.
Listen, I want to give a shout out to Jeff Merrick, dude. I've known Jeff for a long, long time.
Yep.
Just got let go by they parted ways with Sportsnet. He's been doing work on Sportsnet Radio, which is a nationally syndicated radio show across Canada. Co-host with Elliot Friedman on 32 Thoughts. Working on Hockey Night in Canada, hosting shows, doing a number of different things on the television side as well.
Giving us a shout out a lot.
Oh yeah, he one of my favorite people in the industry.
I like him a lot.
And I don't want to get into what I understand that happened, because I know a lot of people are wanting to know. They feel like they have to know and whatever. And it's not something that I felt like I needed to know, but whatever. Certainly found out, and it is what it is. And it's for Jeff to basically explain, and I don't want to hold him to a different standard than maybe you would a player, because if a player fucked up, you'd be trying to find out what happened. And if you did find out what happened, you probably do report it. But I don't know. It's a little more personal. I don't want to be that guy. I've talked to Jeff, and I think you'll hear from him hopefully on the show here.
Yeah.
In relatively soon fashion, and he can explain it himself as to what went down.
Yeah, well, he will when he comes out.
I'm not going to sit here and say, well, this is bullshit and whatever. I got to let him kind of give his side of the story.
Well, it's got to be something, because he's damn good at his job.
Yeah, for them to let him go. Man. And my guess is, and I don't even want to guess, but I'm going to anyway, is that the league probably influenced Sportsnet's decision here. And so that's where everybody's like, he should go to this network and that network and do this and do that. I don't know. If the league gets involved, dude, you know how difficult that is, man.
Well, I'm trying to think. Now that you set the tone for like what everybody's out there thinking, like what could it possibly be? He didn't mess up on something he said.
No.
I heard about that.
No.
That guy says
the right thing. He's buttoned up. He's a hockey historian.
Funny when he needs to be. Yeah. He says the right thing. He's the most professional of all professionals.
Yeah.
So I don't know, and it's very confusing.
Yeah.
If you do know, and you want to tell the people yet, because we'll get him on in a week or two.
I think we'll get him on, when he can. I don't know if he's allowed to speak yet.
Okay.
There's some type of waiting period.
But it is. People are curious. Like, dude, how can you?
Hey, but here's my
Elliot,
message to all of you out there, because it's interesting, and I look at it from our perspective, because 32 Thoughts is a very popular podcast, very successful hockey podcast. They're much different than us. They're under the Sportsnet platform. They probably have a marketing budget and like all this other stuff going on.
Yeah.
They're on a much different platform. I mean, I've been to Canada, Cam, like Toronto or
have you? What's
Vancouver,
it like?
and they've got like billboards for like 32,000.
What's it like?
You know what I'm saying? Like we don't have that. You know what I'm saying? Like in downtown Toronto, like that Sportsnet's paying for and shit like that. And Elliot Friedman, obviously,
well, they should.
Huge part of that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. I'm just saying it's a little bit of a different situation. But my thing is, and my advice to everyone out there is like, so when shit happens and you get yourself in trouble and they fire you, you should always own your podcast. It should always be yours. Don't be in a situation where you help build something up, it gets to a certain level of success, and now that you get in trouble and they fire you and they take your podcast with you.
It's crazy, dude.
Like what? But it is what it is. You can always start a new podcast.
It'll be fine.
His name's not going anywhere. His relationships aren't going anywhere.
He's got great credibility.
And his credibility isn't going anywhere. And we look forward to talking with Jeff. So all the best to Jeff. His family.
Jeff from the Camistrick podcast. We love you, boy.
His family's good. He's good. That's all that really matters.
Love to have him on a couple times here and there.
We will.
Like to pick his brain, throughout this hockey season. Like, what you thinking up there, man? I have a good, conversation with him. He's cool. He always pumps us up, too.
Yeah.
And I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Don't think that doesn't go unseen because I see everything and I like it.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. No, I'm happy that whatever that he does that. But at the same time, I think this shocked a lot of people, Cam, when the news.
I saw it. I was like, whoa, dang!
People are like, what?
Yeah.
People are like calling and like,
let's get him on.
What happened?
Well, we got to get him on before anybody else does.
What happened?
Only
if life was like the way it was back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, Cam.
I got to chirp Peelsy a little. Peelsy goes.
Was he getting chirped on social media?
God, yeah.
Was he?
Because I knew it. Like I love Peelsy so much, but he did say so. I forgot what it was. Maybe it was a communist in Philly that are coming down with the sickle and the fucking hammer or whatever.
I think it was because of
what was it?
The anti-Israel protests and people burning the flag.
Oh, and they're burning the flag and stuff like that, which I still think that should be legal.
You do?
Yeah. This is me. I'm patriotic as all shit. I'm from the middle of the United States, baby. I got American flags throughout my whole house, man. I love it, dude.
Yeah.
I love being American. I talk about it all the time, and everybody knows. So they know me. They know. But, if you burn a flag, now we know what your mindset is. It happens on different, if it's at Harvard or whatnot, and you're paying for that school, like there's different things. But should you go to jail for that? No. But Tim goes, the U.S. should be like it was back in the
values.
The values back in the 60s and 70s
and 80s.
And I get the family aspect of things.
Sure.
Because families didn't have the divorce rate that they do now and stuff like that. So I understand that. But anytime you tie in the 60s, hell, even the 70s, 70s were a different thing, but the 60s were not
racism
good.
And the segregation.
Right when I read that tweet, even though I knew the value part, I was thinking the same thing. And I'm like, oh boy. And I say stupid things. Don't get me wrong.
There's war and
that's why I don't tweet. But war, we're getting shit kicked in fucking Nam, dude. Yeah. And the war machine was going crazy. People were dying. Then they're getting shit. Then when they got home, they're getting spit on by the people.
Oh, my God.
It's crazy. Not to mention the segregation that was going on. The legit racism that people had to endure in the 60s was hardcore. Was hardcore. People complain about now, we got it pretty
What about the
good
80s?
now. The 80s are starting to be a little bit better. Now, Reagan comes in, you can start to get the tech boom a little bit. There was billionaires going on. The market was great. Wall Street was huge. Then you get to the 90s, baby. Now we got some wars going on in the early 90s out in the sandbox, blew the shit out of a couple of things going on. That was a little shady here and there. But all of a sudden you get the Bill Clinton tech boom. Now you get Apple coming in the mix. You get these fucking big ass companies. Boom, boom, boom. 90s are great. I'm a 90s boy. Early 2000s. All of a sudden 9/11 happens. We as a country after 9/11 were so united. Now, there was some racism going on with the Muslim population and Saudi and this and Iraq, and everybody was confused on what was going on. Then we get into this fucking war. And at the beginning, everybody's like, let's go. 50 states down now. Let's go. Let's go. Then you're like, what are we doing? We're nation building. And then that kind of got, then all of a sudden we have our first black president. Big ass fucking
Did you see
market
what Jimmy
collapse.
Carter said? Or no, it's Gerald Ford when asked in a White House press conference when he was in office. There was like a child reporter, and she said, "Mr. President, what will it take to have the first female president of the United States?"
It's going to be somebody that's going to get. He said he predicted the future.
He gave a great answer.
Well, did he predict exactly what was going on?
He said, "Well, you're going to probably need." He goes, "In reality," and he wasn't like anti-women or anything like that. He goes, "In reality, you probably need a president to select a female vice president. And then if something happens to that president where he gets sick or he can no longer serve, then she gets elevated into becoming the first." He goes, "Into being president, and that's how you get your first female president."
Yeah.
That's what he said. Hey, but you know what?
They still got to define what a female is
Who would
now.
win? You think Michelle Obama would win?
I think Michelle Obama would have a better chance of winning than Kamala Harris. Her track record's not good. And it's not good for African-American community. It's not good for the border. It's not good for a lot of things. She doesn't know. She doesn't sound like she knows what she's talking about. She doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
The way she got brought up, like, you know, you chirp Donald Trump for like his side pieces he has and stuff like, well, she was a side piece.
Right.
You know, she was one.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, you know, like you're saying one thing, but this, like, we want a first female. Like, can you identify what a female is?
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's just a lot of weird.
What do you mean? Can you identify?
A lot of people on the left, the far left, I would say, not all of them, can't define. A lot of people in power, if you ask them, how do you define a female? They can't do it.
Right.
You know, they like, well, I'm flustered. Whatever you identify as. Well, okay. What does that mean? Yeah. So anyway, there's a lot of little things, but she might win. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Something might crazy happen with Trump. You know, J.D. Vance might do something stupid that my buddy hung out with him the other day.
Mm-hmm.
He might say something stupid. You know, they're going to try to pick out so many different things. There's a lot of time left. We'll see what happens. Mm-hmm. But you can't let it bother you and your family. You can't be obtuse and be like, I'm putting my head in the sand.
Obtuse?
And putting my head in the sand. I'm not listening to anything.
Mm-hmm.
But you also can't let it ruin your day and affect you, your family, your family's family at a goddamn bar mitzvah if you go to one, Andy, where somebody's saying this and they're saying that, although you probably all think like there. But I'm saying like at a big family barbecue and you're like, Trump! And they're like, you can't let it
You ever been to a bar mitzvah?
No.
You haven't? You never
Why
been?
would I?
Well, dude, every kid gets invited to them.
No one's invited.
You grew up around no Jews, huh?
None.
That's so crazy to me.
Or blacks.
Really? Well, no, that explains
First time I ever...
That explains everything. That's all we need to know about Cam. This guy's been so sheltered his whole life. No wonder he doesn't understand anything. Go ahead.
Okay. I grew up so far out that we never saw any.
You believe that, Maddie? This guy, he's never been around anything yet. He knows everything. He's never met anybody different.
Good chirp.
He's never met a Jew.
Maddie's from Salem.
He's never been around any African Americans his whole life.
No. Anyway. When I grew up,
put him in office.
When I don't want to be in office, they're gonna put you in office soon. You know who's on Mount Rushmore? What presidents?
Oh, dude, you don't need to throw that out there.
What presidents are on Mount Rushmore?
Well, George Washington.
Go ahead.
Thomas Jefferson. Mm-hmm. Abraham Lincoln.
And who else?
And hold on, because I do know this. John F. Kennedy.
Get out of here. So anyway.
Who's the fourth one?
Don't worry about it. You gotta look that up yourself.
Am I wrong?
Yeah, you are wrong.
Okay, hold on. Because like I
early 1900s.
Adams.
Nope.
Damn. I said Jefferson, right?
Badass. One of the most badass presidents. Panama Canal. You know what that did? Mm-hmm. Do you know what that did for trading? What he did?
Dude,
in the early 1900s.
Opened up a whole new world, man. It gave people an opportunity. Is what it did.
TR.
Roosevelt. Okay, so you asked me, you put me on the spot, but I got
though. That's like the biggest monument in America.
But I did pretty good on that, dude. I mean, let's be honest.
Pretty good. You didn't pass.
Okay, I passed.
You would not have gotten that. You said JFK, then you said Adams.
In my high
Which Adams?
If I was a 5-star recruit, dude, in my high school, they would have failed me. Your high school, they would have passed.
Andy's like, Cam doesn't know anything. Blah, 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 blah. And I just asked you this most simple, basic.
For Roosevelt, I forgot Roosevelt.
Well,
I forgot one.
It's the biggest monument in the United States.
I forgot. I bet you a lot of our listeners couldn't name all of them.
Yeah, but you act like you're smart.
Hey, getting back to the Olympics real quick, because I wanted to say this. So my point is, dude, I watched the ceremonies what do you call it? The pre-Olympic ceremonies? What do you call it? The opening ceremonies.
Yeah.
I watched the opening ceremonies, and I know everyone's reacting to it, and again, it went right over my head, dude. I'm watching this I didn't even know what.
I didn't see it.
I didn't even know what was going on. I would have never have been like.
Love the heavy metal part.
I was like, I don't know, it's kind of weird. They got some weird characters and everything, but I'm looking for like Steph Curry and like Jason Tatum and the whole crew.
Yeah.
Drew Holiday. There's a lot of different people I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I'm looking for BG, who wore the tie. She had the tie on and all that type of stuff too, man. She looked great.
Papa?
She looked great in her outfit, man. All the girl basketball players. You had Coco, who's the flag bearer on the women's side too. Great tennis player.
See that guy that was 100 years old that was a track and field guy?
I'm like, take the freaking thing out of his hand. He's going to drop it.
I thought
he's going to start a fire.
No, he wasn't shaking, dude. He was like this. Guy in a wheelchair.
I know. So it was a little different, but I will say, and some people are reacting afterwards, and they're on social media, and they'll be like, I will never watch the Olympics again.
We talk about this. I know. They did see like a nutsack, so I don't blame them.
Okay. And I didn't even like.
Well, open your eyes.
I'm not even.
And you'll see it.
I don't even know what's going on. I thought it was a Smurf.
Well, it's cool. Okay, you don't know what's going on. Just watch. Okay. It looks weird.
But when you start watching the games and you see Simone Biles do her flips and she hurt her calf and all that during warm-ups.
I didn't know.
Yeah. And you see, Walsh swimming. She's in the pool. That dude from France in the, I think it was the 400-meter IM. I think he broke Michael Phelps' world record back in the World Championships, and he like lapped everybody. He was incredible. That kid Foster from the U.S. got the bronze. You got something going on with the Canadian women's soccer team flying drones and cheating and
wow, I saw that.
You saw that?
Andy, yeah, a lot of drama.
But you know what? When the games are on, dude, I just like sitting back and just watching, dude. I watched the Canada, the USA Serbia basketball game, dude.
And I was texting you during it,
and I enjoyed every damn second of it. And I'm not thinking about all the controversy that took place from the opening ceremony.
Yeah, I'm not either, but on the other hand, it did happen.
It
did. It is bizarro land.
It's bizarro
and if you think that's normal, then I don't know what to tell you. No. When a guy has his balls hanging out and he's in a beard like this, like it's all
weird,
goofy look. Like you got a woman with beard.
I thought Kelly Clarkson was a little annoying. She had some
Peyton were cool, dude.
She has some cool one-liners. Peyton was great.
Peyton was awesome. Peyton Manning's so cool. I don't mind Kelly Clarkson.
No, she was funny. Nah. She had some funny lines.
She was cool. I don't mind her. That didn't bother me.
No.
The guy with his balls hanging out at the beginning that looked blue
that's
odd. Okay,
yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
But then I watched water polo. I watched women's water polo.
Really?
And I was like, oh my God, that looks like the most miserable sport I've ever seen in my life. Trying to all the time, grabbing the ball, like, throwing it back, sprinting, backstroke, picking it up, dude. What the fuck was that?
You know what goes on underwater too?
Pull each other down. They would own you.
Dude, they'll grab each other and squeeze. Dude, they would.
God, you would have got owned.
Female water polo has gotten bigger in the States. It's huge out in the western part of the country.
If you could,
the West
I would
Coast.
love to learn. Those girls could. Now, you can't jump in a raging river and try to escape. But if you were somebody like that was able to go, somebody like that would be able to go out in a riptide maybe and get you. Maybe. That is hardcore right there, treading water. I'm going to give all those girls respect right there. Women's water polo, a little shout out from here on the Camistrick podcast, baby. And he's on his phone. Sorry about that. He's on his phone right now. He's got things to do. Let's go.
No, I know.
Let's go. There's nothing going on in hockey. Don't act like this is an important. Who was it?
No.
Who was it? Because I got people texting me too, and I don't get back to them.
I know. I don't normally get back.
What was it?
I'll tell you offline.
Who was it?
It wasn't like overly important.
These people are they take the time out of their day to listen to us.
I know that.
And you're on your phone.
I'm not on the phone.
Who was it?
I had to get back.
Something emergency at home? Are you good? Do we need to take a break?
Whoa.
Why would you text
the
back?
The weather is raining.
I'm like talking about like what's going on with the Olympics, which you brought back up.
Yeah.
And you go back on your phone. I don't get it.
I just had to put something out there.
Oh, God. Man.
Yeah. I just had to get something out.
He's important. He's an important man.
What else is keeping you intrigued nowadays, huh? Anything else? There's no hockey. We need some hockey to get going here.
That's okay.
I know. You do
See,
have...
Like, whenever you have to rely on hockey to
and
be
I don't,
entertaining or have an opinion or whatever, then that sucks.
Yeah, you're right.
Watch other things right now.
Yeah, you're right.
There's nothing going on.
Watch the Olympics.
Until something... That's what we did.
I know.
I told you I'd watch it.
I know.
And I did. And so now we have an opinion. Now we had a good hour of talking about the most important things going on.
I'll tell you, my girl, my number one athlete outside of BG, is Sha'Carri Richardson, who's got those big long ass nails.
Yeah, the track.
She runs 100 meters.
Did she lose?
I don't think she's gone yet.
Oh.
I think the track and field's in the second week.
She was smoking.
She got banned 4 years ago in Tokyo for testing positive for THC,
that
dude.
Sucks.
And she couldn't participate in the Olympics. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And she
I don't get the long nails though. That probably is not very aerodynamic.
Oh, that's what FloJo used to do, man, back in the day.
Yeah, but I bet you that still doesn't help you, right? I bet you just the way when you move your hands when you're sprinting, I bet you that affects it.
Do you think that really is done? You think she does that because she thinks it makes her faster?
No, she does it
style,
which is stupid.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it would probably slow you down in a way.
Maybe.
And the hair, I think does she have her long hair too?
She's got a lot going on.
I would just slow that down too.
She does. It's not like Dennis. It's not like Dennis Rodman's daughter who plays on the U.S. girls Olympic team, soccer team, and she's got a lot of hair going on right now.
This slows you down.
Yeah. So anyway, the Canadian women's team. This is a huge story up in Canada, which is very relevant to a lot of our listeners right now, Cam. So the women's soccer coach got fired essentially.
Really?
Because she was cheating. And she was flying a drone over opposing teams' practices.
Wow, like Billy Belichick.
I know. What are you going to learn, though, in those practices? I mean, their formations, is it really going to help you that much in soccer?
Not in football, it will.
Football, for sure. That's like the only sport that I would...
So, their power play, you still got to put your stick in the lane, dude.
Just watch film, dude.
Exactly.
Just watch video.
And they might tweak things the morning skate.
Maybe.
But so what?
Yeah.
Football is a different story.
Yeah.
You know what their plays are running.
Mm-hmm.
You could stuff that fucking thing.
But aren't you allowed? You're allowed to go out and an assistant coach in hockey can go watch the other team's morning skate in the stands all they want.
So why even put the
I don't know. I thought that was so
have somebody
stupid.
Sit back, this is what they do.
So then Canada, I think they had to forfeit like 6 points or something like that.
Oh, they're done.
Well, they beat France, which was a big surprise.
But
so they could still potentially get to that quarterfinal.
Well, I kind of don't want them to now.
Me either.
No offense.
If you're cheating.
But if you guys, listen, all you out there from Sweden and everything, we love all you guys, man. Mm-hmm. It is what it is. If the U.S. did that, you'd be all over us. And,
over.
Maybe I'd be like, that was the stupidest fucking thing in the world.
I'm like, fuck her, get her out of there. Get her out of there. You're an idiot. You're embarrassing.
And you know what? You're going to be an embarrassment.
Yeah.
Throughout history.
Yes. You're embarrassing.
That sucks.
And you'll never work again, probably.
And like the girls on the team.
For Canada, at least.
And the girls in the Canadian team were probably like, I didn't even know.
Right.
Why do that?
Right. Why are you doing that?
We already know what's going to happen. Why don't you believe in us?
Were they doing it on the men's side, too?
Why don't you believe in us?
I know.
You don't believe in us?
Are they doing it on the men's side also?
Know. I got to look that up. Sorry, this is coming out on a Tuesday. We did this Monday. Let us know.
Yeah.
You can call that number.
Oh, yeah.
Do we got any texts from them?
Oh, my God, a bunch of them.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Are we going to play them?
I'll play a couple right now.
So you're picking out the ones that we're playing, though?
No.
Why don't you send them to me?
I just forgot to send them to you.
See, there's always a reason for everything.
And there's not, dude.
Then send it to me. I think that's hilarious.
You want me to play them?
Well, let me hear them first. You know what I mean? Well, see, I thought we were going to play them like a more professional manner. You know what I mean? Like we send them to our guys, and then Andy, I think we should just send them to our guys, and we'll play them like.
Cam, I was wondering if you think BG would be a good U.S. president for us.
Brittany Griner?
Yeah. No, that's a fair.
I don't think she knows too much about the political realm of things or about United States. I could be wrong.
What's up, boys? This is John from Eureka.
Yeah.
You're doing well. Love the pod. Let's keep it up. Let's keep yoinking. Keep pushing those hats. Make sure we stay away from Seth. Sharpening skates.
Forgot about that.
Oh, yeah.
And
watch out for him.
Keep ripping those bench clear tanks. All right, boys. I'm gonna go drink the first form energy drink.
Oh, I like this.
And a little beef jerky. All right, take care. Yoink.
Yoink.
That beef jerky, you know what that'll do.
That beef stick makes you horny.
Hey, we got a little
I like that. Here, Andy, this is what he's talking about, right?
We got a little promo we're running, by the way. with First Farm.
Let's get into this because we've been talking too much.
I know, because with First Farm,
that's what he's talking about.
When you go to our link or firstform.com/Cam and Strick,
slow down and
you place an order.
Yeah.
Okay. Firstform.com/Cam and Strick. Yeah, I'm just getting there. I haven't even started. So you tell me to slow down. I haven't even started yet.
My bad.
Okay.
Seriously.
And I have great pacing.
Okay.
Great pacing.
My bad. This is what you are good at.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, I have to slow down for you.
You're right. Go ahead. My bad,
dude. I just had a guy on. We talked about being a hostage.
We could talk about First Form.
Yeah, but could you be a hostage?
Yeah.
Would you overcome it?
Probably not right now.
Could you handle it?
Probably not.
Could you handle blindfold interrogations?
No, not now. Maybe when I was my early day, I could probably handle a lot.
Solitary confinement?
No, you don't know until you know. But we're talking about First Form.
But if your history as a hockey player and experience as a hockey player could help you in that.
Yeah, I know. I'm tougher than you think, but I don't want to.
I think. I will say I think you're kind of tough. I mean, on the ice you are. I don't know about off the ice.
It's one or the other. They don't coexist.
Dude, you know this. There's guys that you'd want to have your back on the ice that wouldn't be anywhere found off the ice, probably.
Not really. Any tough guy I play with?
Not tough guy. I'm not talking about.
Would stick up for me in 2 seconds.
I'm not talking about tough guy.
Well, not every hockey player is tough.
Right.
Just because you play hockey doesn't mean you're tough. But the heavy shit kickers that I play with over my years, every single one of them. If I was in a jam, I'd have those guys next to me. God,
let me give you an example, like Quinn Hughes or like Jack Hughes or somebody, or like Scotty Prunovich or something.
Yeah, like jump in.
Like they jump in in a scrum on the ice.
Yeah,
Cruz.
I think they would jump in more than you think.
But if you're like,
I think a guy that writes blogs and is on TV and radio for a living, you expect him to jump in? No, I rather expect even a soft hockey player to jump in more than a media guy.
Okay, I'm with you there.
Come on. If I'm in a jam, Andy ain't helping. Like he's just.
I'm like, Johnny Hockey, come on, we got to go take care of business, dude.
It's not happening.
I'm not saying. You just said that.
No, those guys would help out.
Johnny Hockey would. Hell yeah. And so would Quinn Hughes and Jack Hughes.
Not every hockey guy.
And Scotty Prunovich and Torrey Krug is competitive as shit.
I would think they would jump in for sure.
Okay, I'm just using those guys as an example because they're smaller.
I'm answering your question.
I wasn't chirping,
No, I was chirping you.
Yeah, but I wasn't chirping.
No, you brought up the point where not every hockey guy is going to stick up for you. I'm like,
why do you think I'm not a good
chirper?
I'm actually a good chirper. I'm not a mean person, though.
Am I mean?
A little bit.
Do people not like me? Do I not have a good reputation? If there was a board that you put up about somebody, right? You know this game where the loudest word is like maybe funny or jacked or blah, 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 whatever.
Jacked?
If you had a thing that says Cam, how do you describe him? Do you think somebody's going to say mean?
No.
On there? No. Cam was mean as a player.
No.
He was mean
but
as a teammate.
You can be mean on the podcast sometimes.
Well, because you make me mad. You said that I don't know anything and I don't know this and I got to, or you're like, I'll bring a story.
I just asked you if you've been to a bar mitzvah.
I said no.
This guy, but he knows.
What'd I say?
No.
Did I chirp you?
He knows everything, though.
No, I do know a lot more than you do when it comes to like world events and stuff like that.
Well, some of that stuff, but I'm getting better at it.
You are, and you're keeping up a little bit. But but you know more about being a father.
Oh no, but you think you know more about being a father than I do.
I had a father.
I know, Jesus, dude. That's mean.
I still do, and I talk to him every freaking day.
Oh my God.
So I know how he reacted with me.
Who's not brushing his dog?
His dog, dude. We had a golden doodle. You know,
he's
my dad.
Matted because that's what happens. If you have a golden doodle, you know that if you don't brush your dog or you don't get him groomed regularly, like a Hoosier like him, if you're not doing it on a regular basis, then when you take them in, they're matted and they get shaved. That's what happens.
You are calling my dad a Hoosier?
No.
You're calling my dad a Hoosier?
You're a Hoosier.
I don't. My dogs aren't matted.
You said they are Hoosier. You said you are Hoosier. So is he a Hoosier?
I mean, I'm not a Hoosier now. I grew up one.
Is your dad a Hoosier?
No. Is there a Hoosier in the neighborhood? Yeah. But he's not. His house is clean as hell. He doesn't have shit laying around.
Hoosiers can have clean houses.
He's not loud. He's not.
Hoosiers can be quiet. Hoosiers can have clean houses.
Then why are they a Hoosier?
Because of their experiences and upbringings.
No. You define a Hoosier as somebody that
they don't know any better.
That hinders that you are annoyed by because of what he does as a neighbor, as a fucking somebody you work with, whatever the case is. I mean, there's a lot of different elements to it, but my dad's certainly not one.
Okay.
You know,
I'm just asking.
His yard's perfectly manicured, stuff like that. He doesn't play music at 12 o'clock at night loud on a weekday. You know what I mean? Dogs aren't running in our neighborhood or my yard, eating our trash, dragging it everywhere. They don't get, kids are out all the time, getting in your stuff.
I need to fucking put my voice on there.
Oh, that's you.
Eddie sounds, I don't know, nasally. I love all you guys.
Oh, you got a bunch on there.
That was you.
What's the number? Hey, we're going long here. Like, let's go. Tighten it up.
From Holden, Massachusetts, called. I coordinated a take on some of the St. Louis Blues, no admission to they fold. Now, how do you think they're going to make the team better?
From Massachusetts.
He wants to know about the new Blues. They're not gonna. Yeah, that big Radic will help. Like those guys are gonna just blend in perfectly.
Yeah.
Or Zach Bolduc. We'll see about him. We haven't seen him play yet.
You know, he played at the end of last year.
Yeah, but
he actually left a very good impression.
He started to.
And I think he should make the team.
He's got a good shot.
And I think he will make the team.
At the beginning, he just couldn't keep up with the pace.
Yeah, but he needs to play with good players.
Then play with. He's not. Right. Yeah, he's not going to grind it out, dude. No, but he's got a good shot and he gets open.
Yeah,
he got more confident.
I'd rather see him play than some guy who's going to be here for a year who.
I agree.
Is just going to
and gone. Yeah, get him going.
It's going to help you finish like.
I like that.
Okay, that's a good question.
So what's the number so people could call back in? And we got to get to the first form thing because you talked about it and then quit talking.
Well, they know I'm coming back. They know I'm coming.
Scatterbrain.
You interrupted me.
No,
you said
you're
slow down. That's what happened.
Then go.
Because you said slow down.
Tell us about the first form thing. Then we got to get going.
It disrupted my flow.
We got to go.
Disrupted my flow. So firstform.com/Cam and Strick. That's the website, you know, right? You can get stuff like this. You can get the protein sticks,
collagen,
collagens. You can get whatever you want,
vitamins,
energy drinks,
liver detox.
You can't get any of that though. Your grizzly that you have on there. So get that off the table.
No one could see it.
That's Hoosier.
100%.
That is Hoosier.
I agree with you 1,000%.
Okay. All right. So
my dad doesn't chew. I do.
Okay. So anyway, so you get you place an order, firstform.com/Cam and Strick. Show us the order, and then we are going to select one of our viewers, listeners. You watch on YouTube, you know, whatever, you listen on the app, and then we'll select the winner for that particular week.
How do they show us?
They just send it to us on social media, whatever, message.
Okay, any type. Like show us the order.
And then you're in contention right then and there.
Yeah.
And we'll select the winner, and whoever selected is going to get a fat-ass prize package from First Form and a Cam and Strick hat.
One of these bad boys that we got brand new ones. And whatever you want from First Form, is a bag of these beef sticks,
bars, level 1, Formula 1.
Whatever you want. Look through all their stuff. Do you want a piece of clothing from them?
Yeah.
Just pick out whatever you want. All you have to do is order something through the Cam and Strick / First Form website.
Yeah.
So you type that in, and all of a sudden, when you order it, it shows you the receipt, like, me, and you're like, yoink, take a picture of that mug, post it on social media, post it, tag us in any one of our Facebook, whatever, and we'll send it over to them, which we're going to pick out one y'all, okay? We're going to pick out what you want. And then we're going to send it over there, and then you're going to be able to pick out. So we're going to send you something free from them and us. God dang, that's a good deal.
What's happened with that Venezuela presidency election? Did you hear about that?
Did you know how Venezuela was?
I think in Venezuela.
Did you hear? The most hardcore country. Oh, dude. And now we got communists cruising around Philadelphia right now, slinging the fucking sickle and the hammer.
Who's doing that?
Jesus, these psycho people. We want communism.
What's the sickle? No, people are asking.
You know what the symbol of communism?
Yeah. Oh, that's the sickle?
Yeah. Look at it. You'll know what it looks like.
Hey, good luck to all the kids competing right now in the
People Quebec
USA showcase, the World Junior Showcase that's going on right now.
Oh yeah. Okay.
You got USA. You got Sweden, Finland.
Hey, we're gonna give a little shout out to Dean
Evison.
Dean Evison. It's our boy.
My boy. Do you know what he said after he got hired?
Yeah.
He sent me a text and he said, "Did I say this last week or not?"
Say it again.
And he said, "You said that if I come on your podcast, I will get hired and get another job." And I said, "Yes, I did."
I know. We both did.
Yeah.
It's a thing that we both
But say. I told him. Well, when I asked him to come on, I said, I go, "You want to work again? You come on the podcast."
We say to everybody that's just needs a job. And it works.
Aaron Ekblad's on this edition.
He's cool, man. You'll like this one. Great hair. Good God.
Cool as shit.
Yeah, he's totally cool.
He's always had good hair.
I know.
Dude, they live the life in Florida, man. I saw his house online.
Yeah. So did I. I creeped him out.
Did you?
Yeah.
After that?
Yep.
You're supposed to do it beforehand. That's how you do your.
Oh, maybe I creeped him out beforehand too.
I'd ask him a question. And he'd be like, "How'd you know that?" I'd be like, "You said it, dude. I saw it on an interview you did." Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. Like, no, I watched all your stuff for hours,
shit,
dude.
Yeah.
I listened to all your interviews. I watched all your highlights.
Some stuff he didn't really get into, though, like the chokehold. He did get into it. He answered the question.
I was going to ask that question in a different way.
How are you going to ask it?
I forgot. But I just remember I was just about to ask.
Are you better than me at asking questions?
When it comes to physicality on the ice, probably.
I don't know about that.
You know. Just like those kind of questions. You want to ask him about the signing bonus or something.
Hey, hat launch. We're coming out there tomorrow, man. Looking forward to seeing everybody out there, and hopefully you are gonna get your hands on a new hat. All your employees out there, everyone who hangs out with you, they want a hat, dude. The #1 source in America for customized hats is who?
It's Hat Launch. They could do anything.
Tell them why you should do it.
Well, if you have a bowling team, a swim team, it doesn't matter. Any kind of team or any kind of fantasy football, it doesn't matter. Like you want to
family reunion,
kind of come together and support each other with something.
80th birthday party,
anything like that, they'll make it for you.
Bachelorette parties.
Yeah,
they have T-shirts too. Shirt launch.
Yep, they got it all.
They're the best, dude, and they're shit kickers.
And that's why First Form uses them. Big companies like that.
Mm-hmm.
So. They're the real deal. We're going to see them all tomorrow.
Looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm.
Bench Clearers and benchclearers.com, man. Use our promo code CAMASTRIC. It saves you how much?
20%.
Damn straight. You can get one of these bad boys.
Look at this. Right here. Where's that Whalers one? I want to show everybody.
Wait till you see the video that comes out and see how I look in mine versus Cam.
Is that video coming out? The one I look
Hopefully.
fat? Oh, God.
Hopefully. We'll put it out.
Fat in mine.
We might just put it out ourselves.
But you know, those things are cool, man. I wore it down in Lake Ozarks driving around.
But they don't make you look that way in general.
No, I look that way.
Well, you wore the smaller one.
I wore the smaller one. I needed a bigger one because I look good down at the lake, and I was wearing that everywhere, the restaurants and stuff like that.
Or people saying stuff to you about it?
Yeah.
Dude, they got every team, and it's all NHL certified. They got American League teams. Like, I know you want to rep your team in the summer, and you just can't do it because it's too hot. This is the way you can do it, man. You can wear this to the beach.
It's going to be 100 degrees here in St. Louis for the next 3 days.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's going to be hot and humid.
Leave it to Cam, the weatherman. He knows the forecast.
I pay attention to it. You know.
Well, so do I. That's why I told you to drive this morning in this craziness.
What a lie that was. And he's like, "I'm worried about you driving in the rain." Yeah, right. You don't even know you're doing it. That's the funny thing. You don't even know you're doing it. And I just laugh, and you're like, "Wait a minute, that's right. I don't care about your safety. I care about my time."
Jeez,
it's so obvious, dude. It's kind of funny, although it's kind of gutless too. But it's good.
It's not.
It's just like a kind of fake. Like
it was not.
It's like a.
It was real.
It's like if I was on a date when I was like 23, when I was going on dates with all these girls, and I was just like, I don't feel like going. I'd be like, you should stay home. It's raining out right now.
Did you hear what Adam Oates said the other day?
You know what?
He said there's a difference between Instagram skill and hockey skill.
Oh, like Swaggy P out there doing his thing?
He wasn't. I mean, you got to bring him up. He's at that over-the-shoulder check.
I thought that was the
charity that they got going on.
Was it a charity or was that
charity?
Okay, cool. He was dominate.
He's got the fucking crazy.
Yeah, he's cool.
He played like Division I hockey.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I'll give him a little shout out.
Swaggy P.
Love you, buddy.
My kid loves Swaggy P.
Yeah, you're helping hockey out, dude.
Come to his birthday party.
You are helping hockey out, man, and we appreciate that, dude.
Our boy, I forgot to bring it for you. I'll bring it next week. But our boy from Stogie Golf, check out Stogie Golf. He made us some cigar holders with they're made out of golf balls. He just sent them to me, dude, and it has Cam and Strick on it.
I need to come over.
You don't smoke cigars.
I'll take it anyway. I need to come over
and look at my prize closet.
I need to look around
and see what you find.
I need to look around. I got a brand new Cam and Strick hat, not from Andy. From a guy that I went to a charity with. Didn't fit him. Brought me 2 of them.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, he said it was too big. I'm like,
he's like, Cam.
Big. He goes, I got Cam. He goes, Cam, I listen to the pod. I know Andy hoards everything. Here's 2 of them for you.
Check them out. So he bought them and they don't fit?
That's exactly what he told me. It could have been just something to chirp you about.
Yeah.
He probably bought a shit ton just to have it.
So, yeah.
And he goes, they don't fit me, but tell Andy that I gave this to you because I know he doesn't hook you up.
Somebody sent me a picture the other day that they were down on the Ozarks. Down in the Ozarks, and somebody was wearing a Camistrick hat at the bar.
That's cool.
Yeah, so.
Dang right. Yeah.
Took a picture of that.
Let's go.
So bench clearers, use our promo code Camistrick. You're going to save 20%.
Check that mug out.
And dude, get any team and send us a picture, dude.
Yeah, send pictures and let everybody know. Tag them too, by the way.
Yeah.
Bench clearers.
What do you think about Shilly plastering?
I wish I had a pool, especially when it's going to be 100 degrees. I wish I had a pool. And I did chirp. Andy asked me about above ground pools. Dude, if I were you and you were able to get above ground pool,
dude, that was so disrespectful.
I can't get one in my neighborhood. We're not allowed to. HOA will not let us do it.
HOA.
But if you, dude, at my old house, my dad's house right now, shit, if I made a little bit more money, I would hook him up with a goddamn pool so him and the doggy could jump in that mug.
The Hoosier.
And then, why did you say that?
I'm joking, dude. The dog is, Cam's getting all upset, dude.
Call my dad.
I am not.
Pretty gutless. But I just know that if I got him in an above ground pool, Bear will get in that and scratch it.
Bear needs a haircut.
Bear got one.
Brush the dog.
Why are you chirping my dad?
Could you try to chirp me about
what?
Blay all these years, and now Bear has to get shaved?
No, you're chirping my dad.
My guy, Denny.
My dad did pretty good.
Denny is my guy.
My dad did pretty good.
Denny knows.
Slinging goddamn waterproof. Slinging that hose in the 90s, 100 degree weather, slinging a fucking waterproofing hose.
Denny, shit kicker,
to make money for me to play hockey.
Kickers, no shit kickers.
But he's a Hoosier, according to Andy. Like, that's
fair.
Kind of goes.
Okay. Shit kicker.
I'm just telling
shit kickers. Shit kickers, no shit kickers. It's like game recognizes game.
Now you're chirping him more. Now Andy's in the category of toughness with my dad. Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Game recognizes game.
I'm just telling you. Anyway.
Shilly plastering.
I know, listen, Shilly plastering would come out and fix that thing because I know Bear would fuck that thing up so bad. I would spend the money to get my dad a pool. He'd be in that thing every fucking day. Every day. We used to have one right there. He used to have an above ground pool.
Above ground.
We moved into that little house and it was an above ground pool, and then I think I broke it, or the dogs did.
You probably
and
did.
We didn't have we did have show. We didn't know.
Yeah.
Now we know. I'd get them.
Not a whole lot of minorities coming over back then.
Minorities? No, we had. That was when I lived at Eureka.
Oh, it was.
So we had
post third grade.
I bet you my parents had over more African American kids than. Who are you kidding?
Don't think so.
Who are you kidding,
Don't
dude?
think
we
so.
had parties at our house.
You want to play that game?
Yeah, I do.
Parties at your
We're
house.
bragging about how many minorities we had at the house. We're pathetic.
Maddie,
we're pathetic.
Come on now.
We're pathetic. It's funny. Who cares? It's all good, man. It's all good. Man.
I have a really sad story. I'll tell you.
Man, no,
dude.
Let's
tell you later. I know, but one day I'll tell you.
We don't.
No,
let's go.
One day I'm gonna tell you.
Let's go.
When I had my friend
IRC.
When I had my friend
IRC.
When I had my friend Trayvon come over after school, dude.
Trayvon Martin. IRC.
Trayvon Taylor, dude. He was my dog, man.
IRC, Illinois Recovery Center, right there in Swansea, Illinois, is my people right there, man. That's Chrissy Pondoff, that's Eric Conley. And I'm telling you, people from all over the country are listening to us, and they're actually driving down there because they know they're the real deal, and you will get help. But you need to help yourself. It's not just like, here, help me.
Dude,
no, you need to help yourself.
Did you hear about El Chapo's son got busted with bringing all that fentanyl into the country?
Of course. What do you think the open borders are?
Did you find that? You see that?
And, your girl wants it to stay open, just so you know.
Ain't my girl, dude.
Oh, it's not? You and
not my girl.
Creve Racket Club? Oh, I bet.
No, she's not my girl.
Oh, I bet.
Kamala,
I bet she is.
She's not my girl.
So who is?
My girl?
Who are you voting for then?
That, you know what they say?
RFK? I think he's going to start endorsing Trump here soon.
Okay, but they say you're not supposed to ask that question.
Well, I did.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to.
Who are you going to vote for?
Whoever I feel like hits.
Who is?
See this right here? Make your hockey.
So anyway.
See this right here? Whoever hits this spot right here.
Typical.
Who's going to hit that spot?
Typical. I don't know yet. Yeah, you know. But so anyway, that's what you guys, so you go to Camistrick.
Yeah.
/firstform.com.
No, firstform.com/Camistrick.
Sorry, firstform.com/Camistrick.
Yeah.
And
I should have asked the question about.
And you order something, and you send in the order number on that. You email it to
me, whatever.
What's your email?
Just message us on Twitter or Instagram.
Yeah, that's what I said. They need an email.
Screenshot, dude.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Screenshot with the order number, so we can know.
The order number.
We can find your address and all that.
Yeah, so it's not that difficult.
Yeah,
and then we'll send you whatever product you want from First Form. And
no, it's a prize package. Yeah.
But they can pick it out what they want.
I don't know if that's how it works or not. I think we just they give us a package of a bunch of stuff, dude.
Oh, okay.
And then you get a Cam and Strick hat too.
That's cool then.
Okay.
I mean, anything.
And maybe an autograph. I might even sign a puck for you or something.
So it's all good. Hell yeah.
I might sign a puck for this.
So anyway, IRC. What is I was talking about?
El Chapo, dude.
Let me go, dude. We've been going for
but talk about.
You're getting ultra annoying.
But real quick though, El Chapo, he's bringing all these fentanyl in, dude.
They all are.
Because Chrissy put something up there today about the fentanyl epidemic.
It's
so
fucking
I
terrible.
wonder if this will change things with El Chapo's son getting busted.
It'll slow it down for a little bit, but the borders are open right now still. So it's like, what do? You could come right in.
So Illinois Recovery Center.
So anyway, before I got distracted by that, Illinois Recovery Center is right there in Swansea, Illinois, man. They do damn good work. That's Eric Conley. That's Chrissy Pondo. People from all over the country go down there because of what we're talking about. They will help you, but you got to help yourself. That's the bottom fucking line. You have to help yourself. And if you know somebody in your family, your mother, your father, your aunt, your cousin, blah, 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 your brother, your sister, somebody is totally in deep waters when it comes to addiction, and you got to help them. You got to do it now. Illinois Recovery Center will help you. IRC, Illinois Recovery Center.
IRC, baby. Cam at Bellman, you get what?
Dicks, none of that bullshit, man. And I saw a badass. God, there's these brand new GMC trucks, the brand new Dodge Rams. These new 2024s look so freaking cool, dude. They look badass, man. They're flying past me in the rain. These trucks are so nice, dude. When I upgrade, I'm gonna get one of the Denali's, man. Right there in Troy, Illinois. They got Troy, Missouri. They got all kinds of different options. Dude.
Everything.
They got 2 different huge fucking parking lots full of shit.
Yeah.
Troy, Missouri. That's Bellman. Bellman.com.
BEHLMANN. Say hi to Danny.
Danny, what up, baby? Kenny.
And Dale.
Dale, god dang it. Hey, dude. We love all you guys, man.
Where are they located?
Troy, Missouri.
Get out there. Buick GMC on one side of the street, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram on the other side. So check that out and get there today. All right, let's go, man. Aaron Ekblad, man. Former first overall pick in the OHL and the NHL. And now he's a Stanley Cup champion, entering the final year of his contract. What's going to happen?
He's going to get paid a ton of money.
Yeah, I know.
Is he going to be there or not?
Do you think he'll be okay even if he's not there?
No, it'll be a completely big difference. Big change.
You think?
Oh, he's going to be okay financially. Jesus Christ.
It's
but the difference is
it's like Brandon Montour. Like he's in Seattle now. Just signed a huge ticket. He's okay.
Yeah, but you're walking to practice and you're practicing
flip flops
in flip flops.
Yeah, Cam wouldn't wear flip flops even in Florida.
No. Oh, on the beach maybe. Nah, no. I will boat shoes.
Boat shoes, yeah.
Yeah.
Hoosier. All right, let's.
My dad's a Hoosier.
You shouldn't say that about him. Aaron Ekblad.
You did.
Here we go, baby.
See you guys.
Episode 301.
The Cam and Strick podcast is brought to you by First Form, baby. Use our link and do it today. www.firstform.com/camandstrick.
Get jacked now. They are the real deal.
Get that protein, check out the apparel, eat those bars, and drink those energy drinks. Firstform.com/camandstrick.
Yeah.
Now on to the interview.
Who was the guy from England who asked you 25 questions? And was that set up beforehand? Because you're going in the refrigerator, you're going upstairs, you're hitting golf balls, you're putting the skates on. No socks, by the way, when you put your skates on. So I'm just curious if you don't wear socks when you play hockey. But was that staged? Who was that guy asking the 25 questions? Great questions, by the way.
To be honest, I barely remember that. I think it was something to do with that. So that ice sheet that I had in the garage there, was like a marketing deal, and it was just someone they sent in to do. It was kind of part of the gig to get the free rink kind of deal.
Oh my
God. Just like what Andy and I do every single day with sponsors.
But they never asked to come see my house, though. They'll send me free synthetic ice, but then they don't.
Well, you're in the poor part of Ladue. They don't care.
You're right on the ocean, dude. And Yandel's right down the street. Are you still in the same house now?
I'm in the same house. Yan's moved a little bit north over to Sea Ranch Lakes, so he's not in this part of town anymore.
Hey, we just hit record and we just have conversation. Does he really fly private all the time? Or has he stopped doing that now that the NHL paycheck is no longer coming in?
I would assume he had to have stopped doing it, but he's made quite a bit of cash in his day. So I'm not sure. We'll have to see. We'll have to ask him.
Okay. Nah, he ain't making that much, dude. You fly in private, you got to have hundreds of millions in your pocket.
Not really.
Yeah, I never do. I'm doing the cup party. and from Florida to Toronto, and then Toronto to Windsor, I'm doing a private jet, and that's like way out of my comfort zone. We really don't do that often.
Exactly.
That's the way to do it, though. I was talking to another player the other day about if you wanted to have your cup party in two different cities, if you wanted to take it back to where you grew up, and then also maybe in the city where you kind of laid down your roots, that would make sense to fly private because you only get the cup for a certain number of hours, right? So you got to take advantage of your time.
Yeah, that's my goal because I think Sam Bennett is the day before me. So we're going to go to his party. And then to make it easy on the cup keepers and also give me the opportunity to have the most time with it, I'm like, listen, I'll put it on a plane to get it to Windsor, which obviously it's a short drive, but when you're working with the time frame that they're working with, they have like no time.
Spend your money to take care of the Windsor folk, okay? Because we love the Windsor folk, man. They were good to me.
You guys like the Windsor guys?
Well, hell yeah, man. They were awesome, man. I was an American kid up there, and they treated me like gold. Hey, but like when you get invited to all these parties, and like you're like, honey, listen. I know we have kids. I don't even know if you have kids or not, but like,
Not yet.
Oh, not yet. Then you're okay then, because like you keep getting invited all the time, and then is there a time where she's just like, you know what? I kind of want you at home. I know you won the cup, but I want you at home now.
All right, the party's over.
Party's over. Okay, win next year, and you can do it again.
Yeah, I mean, how it is. The end of the year bender, you could call it, is a lot easier to swallow for the significant other when it's a cup bender, right?
Oh yeah.
So those 7 days after we won the cup were obviously crazy, but a little bit more accepted because of what we went through to get it done. So,
are you ever like, I just want to go to bed? Like I'm just kind of like I've been going for like 4 days straight. I just want to go to bed. I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, it happened, right? Day 8 or 9 is when I think we went to London, England, just me and my wife, and we did like a 2-week European trip where it just we slowed the pace down big time. So that was important for us and important for me to get some rest.
Where'd you go?
We did London, England for 3 nights, Zurich for 2 nights, and then Lake Como, Tuscany, and Rome for 3 nights each. And in Rome, we met Sam Bennett and Sam Reinhart and their girlfriends and wife for a Coldplay concert. So that was awesome. Incredible.
People recognize you guys over there? Were they like, hey, go Panthers?
So not really. We got recognized once in every place basically, but it was all from people from the US. Yeah. Not, so we're not really worldwide yet, but we'll work on it.
You're getting there.
The guy from Italy is not like, hey, I watch you all the time.
Certainly not. We were educating them though. The ones that wanted to listen, we were talking about
it. I get that, man.
Hey, whose guitar is that behind you? What's going on there? Is that like Garth Brooks or something?
No, this one over here was from the All-Star game. My second year would have been in Nashville, and they gave us all those guitars, which was incredible. And then just for the house design, I had to add the other one to make it look good.
It's part of the house design.
I dabbled once, but it was no good. I don't have the dexterity for it.
Dude, that's pretty cool. They gave everybody a guitar at the All-Star game in Nashville?
Yes, that year when we did it, they gave everybody a really nice, like, what do they call it? Gibson guitar. Yeah, I don't know much about it, but it's beautiful, custom. It's got a plate on it with All-Star Game 2016 Nashville name, team. It's beautiful for sure.
How many All-Star games have you played in? And have you ever gotten a gift when you go play in the All-Star game like that? Like, what do these other cities give you?
I think the All-Star games have passed me by, but I played my second year and I played my first year, but I don't really count it because I was one of the young guns that they brought in. And then there was a couple of injuries. So we got to play. I think me and Forsberg got to play. So don't really count it, but I'll take it. Got the bonus. So
I'm counting.
I'm counting. Then it counts.
Fucking bonus, baby.
Then it counts.
God, you're like the youngest.
It counts.
You've been the youngest guy on teams for a while, eh? Like even in juniors, you had that. How old were you when you started playing in Barrie?
I was 15-ish, like maybe towards the end of 15, I guess. Yeah, the exceptional status deal was young there, but I mean, kind of not so young in Florida anymore,
No, and not now, but you never even played in the minors. Like you're always just like you've been the youngest guy on a team, on multiple teams. Like that's kind of hard to do, man. Like 15, like you're still trying to like find yourself. Now you're playing with 20-year-olds. Like it's not easy.
Yeah.
As a defenseman, shit.
It was a pain in the ass cleaning the bus on the road trips in junior hockey early on. And then buying all the nudie magazines for the boys in the NHL the first year. Sean Thornton and Willie Mitchell had the whip out, so we had those in the stalls for the guys. So I had to do shit like that. But no, it obviously gets easier as you get into the big leagues.
So they're like, "Hey, man, I need a fucking penthouse." You're like, "Dude, get on your phone and look up porn."
Yeah.
Right?
It doesn't happen anymore at all. Like, you don't see those in the stalls at all. But my first couple of years, I had to do shit like that. It was pretty funny.
I get it.
Man, you look like you like started shaving when you were like 13, 12 years old, 13. Were you always the biggest kid on the team, like growing up? And when did you start shaving?
Oh, I don't know. I can't remember, but I've had a beard my entire NHL career besides the draft, I think, and I don't think I've been clean shaven since. So it's kind of a mainstay.
He's jealous, dude. Look at his face, dude.
I know.
Look at this.
I could never grow that.
No, we know. We know you
could never grow that, dude. I mean, but you manicure that thing, man. I've never seen you without a beard. I guess going back to your draft year, I think I was at the draft when you got drafted first overall, but I don't remember seeing you without a beard ever.
Yeah, it was squirrely in the playoffs. I should send you the picture of me at the elbow room after 0 hours of sleep with the cup in the background. I looked fully homeless, so it's pretty funny.
It is funny though that you were at the elbow room, and I know it was early in the morning, like no one's really there, and you're just like partying, dumping stuff on whatever, and then all of a sudden, like
Chucky was leading that charge.
In Chucky, and then you guys like walking to the beach, and there's like women skateboarding by and like rollerblading by. They don't even know what the fuck's going on.
You're dumping beer on them.
You're dumping beer on them. Like, what's going on here? Hello.
Yeah. What is that?
I'm trying to get my workout in.
Yeah.
It's great.
The parade route was funny, right? Because it takes Sunrise is a pretty long street from the practice rink onto A1A, and you can see all the traffic lined up. And I'm just thinking in my mind, how many of those people actually know that there's a parade going on, right? Like, they give out some phone warnings the day before and whatnot. And a lot of people are cheering for us, but you could tell a lot of people in that lineup were probably like, what is going on?
Man, right? I was impressed. I was impressed because people chirped Florida fans for a long time.
They did.
When they weren't showing up. But like, you had a lot of people at the parade. It wasn't like just a few people showed up. Like, it was jam-packed.
And rainy.
When you're on stage up there, it looked like a music festival. That's what it felt like. Like, it was truly incredible. A sea of people, like, you couldn't see the end of it. So that was really special for us. Like, the energy that you got from that was insane.
Aaron, when you almost fell on the ice with the Stanley Cup.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, and it would have been okay, man. Like, you know what? You'd be like, oh, he's one of us, you know? Like, but did you catch yourself? Like, did you feel yourself slipping a little bit? I think it's kind of heavy, right?
My theory is that I stepped on like
a cord or something.
One of those confettis maybe that fall from the sky.
Yeah.
That's my theory. Because it was just a little slide, and then I turned and I was fine. But you see, Barkey almost fell on the TV camera cord as well. Did you see that?
Shit. Yeah, there's so much stuff.
It was right after
ice.
He took it. He took it from Gary, and he put it up. And he didn't fall. He didn't come anywhere close to falling because he's Jesus on the ice and on those edges. He's incredible.
Have you ever seen him fall? Has he ever fallen? He's never fallen in his entire career.
Well, it's funny, and I don't know if he'll care that I say this, but he's got those. He doesn't like the blades that you can snap in and out quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So when he needs to get his skates done in the middle of a game, he's got to fully take off his skates, get them sharpened, and retie them up, which is like one of the few guys in the league, I think, that still do that. So sometimes he'll have absolutely no edge, and he'll just find a way to like compensate and get through it, which is incredible.
God,
so,
that kind of sucks though, because that's like a bad dream to have. You're waiting on something else, like. Even if the trainers just like snapped it back in or whatever, like maybe they had something different they could put in there, he probably wouldn't even know.
Yeah, this guy's particular. Okay. He knows his game, and he's goddamn good at it, and we don't say a word. So,
like, Barkey, we need you out there for the face-off. There's 2 seconds left.
No, that's what I mean. He'll compensate, and he'll still look better than all of us. Like if any of us had no edge like that, we'd be screwed, right? And he goes out there and he does the Barkey things that he does, and we're all grateful for it. He's been getting me paid for 10 years now. So
that's right. Is he normal? Is he a normal dude? Meaning, like, is he just like you're having a cheeseburger someday and he's like, oh no, I need this. I need the superfoods. Like, is he kind of is that a normal guy?
Is that Wagyu or no?
I need the best of the best. Like, how is he?
He's undercover, really funny, especially when he gets to know him. I don't think he said much right for the first 3 to 5 years, but I always joke with him, I've never been invited to his house. We played together for 10 years.
Dude, Brandon Montour said the same thing. We had him on last year. He's like, dude, he's never had us over. We're always like, but he doesn't live by all you guys, right? He kind of lives a little further out.
Yeah, he lives 20, 30 minutes away in Boca. But yeah, no, it's just his personality. It's who he is, and we respect him for it. And like I said, he's a really funny guy when you get to know him. And sometimes he's got those one-liners. And, he's one of those perfect humans, right? One of the guys we all strive to be. We'll all come short forever, but he's a good person.
Whose house do you go to? Who's the guy that's like, we're going to my house, I got the pool, let's go to my house, I got the beer, or whatever the case. Who's that guy?
Yeah, I mean, it's me and Chucky mostly that are, doing house parties and stuff like that. We live like less than a quarter mile away from each other. So like we're basically on the same street. So yeah, we hold the parties. Yeah.
I like it, man.
I'd be hanging out at your house, dude.
Me too.
After seeing the video. I don't even know which part of the house I'd hang out in yet, to be honest with you. I'd be hitting golf balls off the patio up top, maybe shooting some pucks down below. I don't know, man. You got a good setup, though. I don't know how anyone would want to play anywhere else.
I agree.
I mean, are guys saying that to you all the time? Or are they like, God, man, you guys have it so good? Because it's one thing to play in Florida, but especially when you're winning a Stanley Cup and you guys are good, man.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like nothing negative you can say about being a Florida Panther.
Nothing at this point where we're, knocking on the door of a Stanley Cup every year. It's an incredible place to play. They take care of us like you wouldn't believe. Ownership, Bill Zito, they truly believe in us and they give us all the tools. They built us somewhere around $75 to $100 million training facility. It's the buzz here is incredible, especially now. I walked into the airport the other day and every TSA agent and cop in there was like, thank you. This is amazing. Congratulations. But I'm like, this is so new, right? For us, like we never had that. It's been, pretty quiet here over the years. So I don't know why you wouldn't want to play here. We got a little bit of everything now. And still a little bit of anonymity as well. Like it's not everybody's all over us. It's pretty chill.
Like you play for the Dolphins? That's what they used to say. Now they know.
Yeah, I'm cornerback.
I'm Tyreek Hill. You don't know that?
20 kids. Hey, so when Bill Zito, though, and you guys respect him, when he's upstairs and you see the video of him just launching that water bottle, you're like, fuck. Like he ain't happy. Like that must have been the whole thing. That whole series was like two different series. I mean, like now you got to go, after game 5, you got to go all the way back to Edmonton, 6.5 hours, 7 hours, whatever the fuck it is. Like that must have, after that game where you're like, oh God, Bill Zito's throwing a bottle. You got to travel all the way back up there. Were you guys content? Were you guys laughing on the plane? Or were you guys, fuck, this is business. We got work to do?
No, we were laughing and having fun. I mean, I was laughing with Billy about the way he threw that bottle. Going into game 6, I think we're in Edmonton, morning skate. I'm like, oh, I saw you launch that bottle, and he was laughing. And I'm not going to say what else we talked about in that moment, but we respect him absolutely. This decisions he's made have obviously gotten us to this point, and he's a leader in the sense. So happy to play in front of him for sure, and hope that he wants me to play in front of him for a few more years. Be nice.
He does.
I know, man. We got to talk about that. We're going to get you that contract extension.
That's what we do.
Don't you worry about that. Dean Evison sent me a text this morning. He said, you said if I come on your podcast, you're going to get me a job. I said, yes, I did. And what happened?
It's in Columbus, but you got it.
He got hired in Columbus. Hey, I want to go back to you growing up, though, man. In Canada, exceptional status. You mentioned it a few minutes ago. I think you were the second player ever to get that. Like, how do you apply for it? John Tavares was the first one. You're the second one. There's been a couple since with Bedard and some of these other guys and Connor McDavid. But, like, how do you get that? Like, who brings it up? And you're already playing up. So the way you break it down, like, it's not that big a deal, right, for you because you're already playing a year up. So you're just getting drafted at the same time as all your teammates are getting drafted. So you knew you could play at that level. But was it still a little bit intimidating, like, especially not knowing if you were going to get, granted the status or not?
Yeah, I mean, what a process and quite a long time ago. I remember I had to write an essay on each of 2 questions. I couldn't even tell you what they are anymore. Like maybe something along the lines of what kind of attributes do you possess that you think will make you successful at the next level? And like, yeah, I mean, I don't even remember what I wrote in that. I'm sure my parents have that essay somewhere, but it comes to be, the coach that you're with and maybe some of the scouts. And, I think I got an agent at like 13 years old, and Bobby Orr, I think it was Harold Conrad, that kind of approached our family. And, he was with the Bobby Orr group at the time. So meeting Bobby Orr at 13 years old, 14 years old, and I think there's a group of people that kind of convinced my parents that this is, a way that we could go about it. And then we did it. It's so long ago. I don't really remember the whole thing. Was I intimidated? Yes. Is playing up similar? Maybe not really. I mean, there's guys 4 years older.
Yeah.
Right. So it's a big, big step. It worked out for me. I don't know how they make that decision. I think it's extremely difficult, and I'm sure it would have worked out either way. But it was a big decision in our lives, my life, for sure.
Hey, so when you guys are playing, and like we all got podcasts, and there's big podcasts out there that, are going from series to series, and they're critiquing teams and whatnot. Like at the end, do you know who's chirping you? Do you pay attention to that shit? Do you know who's on your side? Do you know who's, rooting against you? Do you guys pay attention to that kind of stuff? I'm just curious.
Yeah, I think this might be the first podcast I've ever done. I'm not the biggest fan of podcasts, to be honest. I think I'm friends with that, O'Brien and Upshaw. I love those guys. So if they asked, I would do it. But at the end of the day, I think negativity flows through media so much that it just kind of disgusts me, and I want nothing to do with it, to be honest. So I hate the negativity. I think it's crazy. I think negativity in media steers guys away from certain teams. It's like, why do you want that, right? So I don't know. I'm a huge fan of the positivity, finding the positives in players, and not putting guys down, especially in podcasts and stuff like that, where it should be for the players, right? Should be a positive thing, something that we rally around.
We're gonna
especially as ex-players.
Yeah, we're gonna pump your tires, man.
Well, you still got to be real. You still got to be real, though. If you have a bad game,
be real, for sure.
You got to be real. You can't fake out your audience either. So it's still a business.
100%. 100%. And I get that, but yeah, I mean, I saw all those spitting chicklets guys all over Edmonton's bandwagon. So
that really bothered you guys, eh? Like, I mean, you guys were paying attention to that. I mean, as evidence as what took place on the ice after the game, you guys weren't like fucking around. Like, you were being serious, right? That really bothered you guys.
100%.
What was it like the most that bothered you about it? Just the fact that, hey, you guys are rooting for them. Why are you trying to celebrate with us? I mean, is it that simple?
Exactly. Yeah. We won. Get off. Right. Get out of here. That's yeah. I don't know. I don't want to be too controversial or anything like that. I'm a happy guy. I like everybody. So whatever.
Gotcha. Yeah.
They're all good dudes, man. Listen, if they're into hockey and they're talking about hockey, that's a positive, one way or the other.
They're growing the game. They're growing the game huge, and they're doing a great job. And I've spoke with Biz a few times, and I know Whit, and I got no issues with any of them. Truly,
Whitney played for the Oilers, so I kind of like I can almost understand his allegiance to Edmonton.
RA though.
Hey, but we love the Panthers, man.
RA,
because
I want to meet that Nicky Smokes guy. We should have brought that guy partying with us.
Shit, man. He had to go all the fucking place.
Yeah. That poor guy was fucking on the floor in the suite, like almost crying. I'm like, fuck, get this guy in the party.
Yeah.
Hey, but what about the Brooks Koepka situation? I know you've addressed it with other people, but whose idea was it to put the cone on your head for the parade? Was that all you?
Zach Eisenberg, I think is his name. He takes care of us a lot at Amaranth Bank Arena. I don't know his exact role with the team, but he's just kind of always around and helps us out. And he's friends with Brooks. I think he helps Brooks when he comes to the games. Anyways, he found a pylon, or I think I might have told him. I was pretty drunk at the time, but I think I told him to go get if you can find a pylon, find one, because they sprung that speech on me kind of last second, 5 minutes before I was supposed to go up there. I'm like, what the fuck am I going to say? so I had him go grab the pylon, and I grabbed it on the side of the stage right before I was going to do my speech. And luckily all the clips are of that, me telling him to go fuck himself. Because the rest of my speech was terrible. there's really nothing to it. And I'm so happy that, all the clips are only of that. So
yeah, we didn't know you said anything else. I thought that was the entire speech.
That's all that matters, dude.
Exactly.
Hey,
I got away with it there.
But what golf tournament were you at shortly after that? Somebody was dressed like a cone. Was that Lomberg who was dressed in like a cone costume?
Brooks came up to you.
No, that was his buddy. He was actually a Sunrise police officer. Okay, I actually saw him last night at the Zach Bryan concert. But yeah, no, it's one of his buddies. No, it was completely put to bed the day after, right? Like he texted me. I personally didn't care. Like how many people at a hockey game are calling me a cone and telling Barkov he's got no hands? Like it's, that's hockey, that's sports, right? So I didn't give a shit. But yeah, no, it was all in good fun, and then I got a way to get him back. It's perfect.
But when you did see the first video of him in the box, and I remember watching it, I'm like, this motherfucker's rolling ecstasy. His eyes were fucking gigantic. He's like, ah! Like, I can't take him. He's calling me a cone. I can't. But that is kind of odd that a professional athlete is going to call you a cone, and he's like a fanny, or it was really bizarre.
Goofy.
And his eyes were black, which,
what does that mean?
I just know what that means. And he was fucked up.
Yeah, he was definitely fucked up, and he agreed that he was fucked up, and he apologized. So I didn't care, obviously. And then when I was at that golf event, I should have thrown a beer in his backswing or something. At the live event, when he was actually competing, I should have fucked with him, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't find the courage to throw something at him.
So did he reach out to you like that night and say, "Hey, dude, I was just joking,
I took some pills." And
it could have been like the who was the dude, the rapper who was
Kodak Black was fucking grinding it. Remember that?
Yeah. Kodak Black. Did you guys see that during the game, or did you see that after the game with Kodak Black?
I don't know if it was that night or before that, but he came down in our room and we were taking pictures of him and stuff like that. And I actually saw him before the finals. I was picking up some wine from a hotel. A buddy, buys some wine for me through the hotel, and he was standing in the lobby, and he's got two brass knuckles on, and he's just walking around the lobby. And I kind of flagged him over, and I'm like, "We know each other," and he's like, "Yeah." So it was pretty funny.
So you're normal. Is he a normal guy? Like, can you talk to him, or is he just fucking all over the place?
No, he's a pretty normal guy.
All right, how it is.
Hey, what was it? Like Paul Maurice, man, like that whole situation when he came on board, because I would imagine you guys liked Andrew Brunette. Like, were you surprised that Brunette got fired when he did? The whole situation with Joel, I mean, it was just kind of crazy. You guys went through an awful lot from a head coaching standpoint to have one of the best coaches in the history of the game. He got that taken away from him, like completely unexpected. And then Andrew Brunette takes over. You guys have a great season. You guys lose early in the playoffs. He gets fired. Paul Maurice comes on board. Hey, you guys are lucky that Paul Maurice was available, man, because it's not too often you lose a Joel Quenneville and you move right into a guy like Paul Maurice.
Yeah, I mean, what a crazy set of circumstances, right? I think obviously it was the perfect storm. Maybe if there were no other coaches available on the market, they would have kept Andrew Brew, right? Like I have no idea, and it's not something that I was a part of. So
yeah,
it obviously worked out for the best for us, and it worked out for Brew as well, right? He's in Nashville. He's, I think, going to succeed with that team. Incredible pickups they made. So, yeah, I think it worked out for everybody involved. I think I saw Joel is cleared to come back to the NHL. So I wish him the best. I hope he can cement his legacy as one of the greatest coaches of all time. Again.
Well said, man.
No shit. I mean, we all know him down here personally, and especially Andy. But how was your relationship with Joel? Pretty good. I mean, he's just one of the best ever, isn't he?
Yeah. It's funny. A lot of those coaches, I had Dale Howard-Chuck Jr. A lot of those coaches, a lot of those legends of the game, when they tell you to do something, even if it's something super simple, it automatically works. And if you think in your mind, "Oh, maybe this won't work," well, no, you go do it, and you'll score, or something good will happen. So it's funny the way those guys have a pulse for the game, and Paul, you got to think, has got to be the best all time at it. His speeches, his feel for the game. Sometimes you come to the rink wondering what he's going to say, and it's just like, how can it be that perfect? Right? It's incredible.
You play with some good players in junior too, and I was going to ask you about Dale Howard-Chuck. I'm glad you brought that up, man. It's a sad situation, and so many people were close to him.
in the hockey world, man. He was a great player, played here in St. Louis, towards the end of his career as well. But you played with, like, Mark Scheifele, I think you played with, right? Brendan Lemieux is a good buddy of yours. But that Athanasiou, whatever, I can't ever even say his name.
Yeah, Athanasiou.
Did he skate like that in junior too? Like, he's an interesting player because he skates unbelievably well, and but he's not like the perfect player by any means. But he's an incredible skater. I can't imagine these kids in junior trying to like defend him the way that he skates.
Yeah, he was like that in junior too. Yeah, truly incredible skater. I hope he puts it all together at some point and scores 40 goals because you feel like he has that kind of potential. So. Good player, good person too. It was always fun hanging out with him. He's one of those happy-go-lucky guys that can kind of reel you into a conversation about nothing, but you kind of have a good time doing it. Yeah, just one of those guys. So he's great. I haven't seen him in years, but yeah. Tanner Pearson, played with him. Won the cup early on in his career.
Yep.
Great guy. Loved playing with him. And then Mark Scheifele is like the ultimate hockey nerd and true competitor. You kind of learn that early on playing with him.
You're like, God, he's stuck up in Winnipeg and I'm down here in Florida. Like, man, oh man, what a difference. like dude, I mean, you got to look at that and be like, God damn, like, we got it really, and we said this before, we got it really good down here.
Especially when you're
Florida.
First overall pick.
No
man.
shit.
You don't know where you're going to go.
I know.
I count my blessings daily. I love being here. My family loves being here. That's incredible.
What's it like being the first overall pick, though? Like, when did you know, like, before the day of the draft that you were going to be taken first overall? And, you won the Calder, so obviously, they made the right pick right off the bat. But are you truly ready for the NHL life at 18?
No, probably not. But you're just like, I mean, you guys probably remember when you're in that age, you're just kind of like going with the flow and it's like nothing really matters. And you're just happy to be there and in that moment and you're working hard and you're free in your mind. There's no, your hands feel great every day. Your legs feel great every day. You got nothing to worry about in the world and no responsibilities. So it's a good time for sure. It's not, there's not so much on your shoulders as there is when you're, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and, battling for a Stanley Cup every year and trying to lead and be responsible and, family life away from the rink. It's a bit of a different time.
So like when you're 18, you're like, man, my legs feel good. My hands feel good. Yay, I'm doing good. And all of a sudden fucking Dustin Byfuglien puts you on your fucking ass. Like, did you have a wake up call when you were 18? Like, wait a minute, I'm going against grown men, dude.
Oh, plenty. And learning to play the defense position at that level, right, is tough. Like going back for pucks against the fucking guys that are trying to kill you on a nightly basis. It's it's an art and it's a skill and it takes time to learn it. And I had to learn it the hard way with some good concussions early on in my career and stumbling to stand back up. But at this point, I feel so healthy in that aspect of it. I'll go back for a puck against anybody, right? That's just part of the job, and it's an art. It's an art form to be able to get away from those hits.
So what is the art? So what is your game plan when you do have to go back and they dump it in and it sits right there, and you're like, God damn! And you got two guys coming on. Like, what are you thinking to yourself?
First of all, who is it?
A killer. A killer. Tom Wilson.
Jordan Tutu.
Fuck whoever.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to kill you. What's in your mind?
Deception's obviously the biggest thing, right? Can you kind of get him to lean a certain way so that his leverage isn't like through your soul? Protect yourself, stand up tall, deception, move the puck quick, but also get back to the puck quick. Give yourself as much time to make that decision. And sometimes you got to eat it. And that's, in game 22, you're not eating it as bad as you would, in the playoffs to get that puck out. But, there's time and place for everything. And that's the art of it.
Yeah, I remember watching Eric Johnson go through it here in St. Louis. I mean, he was first overall pick, but he went back to school for a year, I think, before he turned pro and came to the NHL, man. But it can't be easy. Listen, I love seeing you like get into it like after the whistle too, man, because you'll throw down like you and Stamkos went at it. You've been going at it
with a lot of different guys. But Evan Bouchard,
I'm not tough. I'm not tough. No.
Hey, I gotta ask you
felt
about
bad about that.
the chokehold though with Evan,
dude.
and he's like tapping out. Like, is he making any noises? Like, do you even know that he's in like a compromised position, that maybe he can't breathe or whatever? Like, what was going through your mind when this happened, and what was your reaction when you saw it afterwards?
Yeah, I mean, listen, some guys like to keep up the persona. I'm not the toughest guy in the league. I'll never claim to be that. I don't fight often. You know, I haven't. I don't think I did last year at all. But you know, I do believe in protecting yourself. And you know, I saw Barkov get hit, and it was a pretty dirty hit in my mind in the moment, right? In the moment, before you have to replay and stuff like that. You understand the league make the right call and whatnot, but you know, I see him. He's vulnerable. He's one of their better players, one of our better players on the ice. That was all it was, right? Just grab him and do something. You know, I felt bad about it. I said I apologized to him in the handshake line on the way out, right? It's all part of the game.
What did he say? No problem.
Go fuck yourself.
He just said all good. He said all good, no issue. I'm sure I'll get hit from behind next year or something. So
see, I got 45 points in playoffs.
Hey, but I'm with you. I said it at the time. Like, the Draisaitl hit on Barkov, like, he knew what he was doing. He went straight through his head. Like, I don't know. That's the regular season. He's probably getting suspended. You know, if that's the regular season.
Yeah, and you know what? It all ended well, and Barkov was fine. So the league made the right call, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Whatever. But when Max Domi, but years ago, and he's kind of like pressuring you, and you're like, what? And you didn't get your guard up, and he catches you with one, and he catches you right in the jaw. You ate one. Like, were you thinking afterwards, like, man, I know I'm drawing a penalty here, but I got to protect myself so I don't eat a fucking punch again like this and set myself back with concussions?
Yeah, that obviously taught me a lot about protecting myself, for sure. You'd rather be the first one in there than the last one. So, yeah, it's not about dropping your gloves or anything, but yeah, getting your guard up and yeah, definitely being the first guy to separate yourself, I think, is important. And yeah, I mean, that's all I'm going to say about that.
I think they gave him like 5 preseason games.
Thank you. Give me 5 preseason games.
Yeah, exactly. What can I do to get 5 preseason games? Jeez,
He's cool, man.
But man, hey, you mentioned the concussions and like the injuries. You've been stretchered off, man. You've had some serious injuries, and you put the cup over your head though. Like, is it just relief, man? Like, it's all worth it though, isn't it?
There's no greater feeling. None. I mean, yeah, I've been through a lot. Some guys have been through more, but fuck, is it ever amazing? It's culmination of life's fucking efforts, right? And there's a few moments that are incredible. There's 2 seconds left on the clock. You're jumping up and down with the boys on the bench. And then in the scrum there at the end with the boys, you know, fucking half of us are crying. Brandon Montour's got the back of my head and he's rubbing it on his forehead. I'm like, fuck, man, that hurts. You know, he's just like hugging everybody, enjoying it. And then when your family gets to come down to the ice and you give your dad that big hug, that's, you know, that's right in the feels. It's one of the best moments I've ever had, and I'll cherish it forever, no doubt. Right? It's incredible.
That last 10 seconds, though, in Game 7, when the puck's just stuck in the corner, did that last forever? Were you like, fucking McDavid's in front? McDavid's in front by himself.
Why it lasted forever? So I was tired. So I'm like, fuck, I'm going to change. And, you know, there's 25 seconds left. I'd been out there for a minute 10. I'm like, let's make the smart fucking choice here. Let me change, get a fresh body out. And Mikkola changed for me instead of Montour. And whether that was by design or not, that's 2 lefty defensemen with the mindset, you know, let me get to that left side. So Forsling's already in there. And then Mikkola comes straight off the bench, straight into the pile. And then McDavid's alone out front. So we're all, for a second, we're like, holy shit, what's going to happen here? You know, hopefully Draisaitl doesn't make one of those ridiculous plays where he pulls it out of the corner and, you know, snaps or rates McDavid's stick, but ended up working out.
It worked out.
I know, man. Jamie Compound said that too. He goes, we had 2 left shot defensemen out there at the same time. And like nobody's defending McDavid in front of them. But Mikkola, like, he did that a couple times though, where he just like all of a sudden, like, you know, he was able just to kind of eat the puck along the wall to close out games.
Yeah, listen, I don't blame him at all. For me, as a right defenseman, like I guess I can tell this now. That Sylvain Lefebvre, our D coach, called me when he got hired. So I'm on the phone with him and we're chatting. And he's like, "Would you ever play the left side?" I'm like, "Absolutely not. Like, that's a skill set I just don't have. Like, I see the right side of the ice and that, 200 feet of rectangle on the right side of the ice. That's just kind of where I'm comfortable." So I'm like, "No, please do not put me on the left side." But yeah.
That's
So
the first
You could do
conversation.
it.
Hey, listen, I've been thinking about some things, drawing some pairings out on a napkin. I want to put you on the left
We
side.
want you to be goalie.
absolutely not.
Hey, what's the story where your teammates pulled a prank on you and they had the police arrest you and like literally put you in handcuffs? What's that all about?
Yeah. Where'd you guys hear that one from? I'm just curious, but
We know everything.
Because you said it.
Yeah, no, I probably did. It's a funny story.
Yeah, that's where I saw you say it, but you didn't really tell the story. I think you said it when that guy came in and asked you the 25 questions when I went on the house tour with you earlier.
Okay. Yeah. So we're at the old practice rink, and I'm just getting like something worked on, whether it was neck or ankle or something like that, and 4 like SWAT police guys, all dressed up, surround me at the table as I'm kind of looking up. And they start, hollering all kinds of things at me. And I can't remember exactly what was said, but anyways, they throw me in cuffs and they perp walk me out of the practice rink. And Dale Talon is following me. He's like, "Don't worry, kid. I'm gonna come to the sheriff's office there, and we'll take care of this. Don't worry." Like, and I'm like, I guess I'm going to jail. Like, I'm in my gitch, getting ready for practice. And they perp walk me all the way out to the car, push my head down into the car, and I'm just kind of in shock. And then they drive about 10 feet, stop the car and pull me out and, let me know the prank is over. But they probably should have just kept it going. I would have been in pure shambles in about 5 minutes.
Oh my
right?
God.
Once it all set in.
Who did
But
that?
no, I assume it was probably Dale Talon or maybe Paul Vincent. I think he was friends with some of the cops there. It was probably a conglomerate of guys, maybe Brian Campbell. Yeah.
Really?
What was the reason?
I'm sorry, that's gutless.
Were they getting back at you for something?
What the fuck do you do?
And what they tell you did? Like, did they say, "Hey, this is why we're arresting you"?
There was, I don't know, there's something about immigration and all kinds of different things. Like it was
like they care about that.
It was all bullshit. It was all bullshit, but I wasn't really listening to it, right? Your mind kind of goes through like, fuck, what did I do when I was out at the bar the other night? Like there was, your mind starts racing for sure. But it,
what did I look up on the internet the other day when I was drunk?
Hey, a few more things for you, man. And we appreciate your time. I know it's been a busy time. We wanted to get you on.
It's all good.
Hey, what was the reaction with the players when Big Walt called the team out and said you guys were soft? He's in Ottawa. He's like staying at Brady's house. You guys just lost to Ottawa. Were you guys like, "Maddie, like what is going on here? Your dad's calling us out."
No, we were all laughing about it. Like I didn't see that until after that Toronto game. So everyone, I think, was talking about it in the media, but like, listen, I'm not on my phone on game day, like looking at Twitter, right? So it's, for me, it was, right over my head. Maybe a few guys saw it, but, the big one was, when Paul was giving it to us on the bench in Toronto. Like that was one of his biggest blow-ups of all time, right? So yeah, we felt that, I think, more than we felt Big Walt's comments.
You think they went hand in hand?
In any sense, an extremely well-respected name in the game of hockey, right? So when he speaks, we listen, whether it's Paul or Big Walt or anybody that's played a long time.
What was Paul saying on the bench?
You motherfuckers!
Come on. I'm no lip reader, but I can figure that out.
I'm just asking because he seems like a cool, like down the earth, like very, like he could talk to anybody. I hear nothing but good things about him. So when he does blow up, you guys are like, God damn, like, okay, let's go. You know what I mean? Like, this is real, Yeah.
I mean, listen, we're grown men. So, I mean, for me, like when somebody yells at me, I'm just kind of like, I take it for what it is, right? Like it's motivation, let's do the right fucking things and do the job, right? So yeah, he's got a way with profanity and a way with his words that, you want to kind of run through a wall.
Hey, did you think Matthew would have the type of impact on the team that he's had, though? Like when he first came to Florida, were you thinking like this guy is going to help get us over the top?
yeah, this one single player is going to change the entire identity of our team and lead us to a Stanley Cup. No, obviously not. Right? Like, no, you didn't expect that. You know he's a good player. You know he brings everybody into the fight for 82 straight games and every game in the playoffs. But, did you expect him to do all that? I don't think anybody did to do all that. But, what a culture shock and what a good guy. And obviously with his pedigree and his dad and everything he's learned in his life, he brings it to the table every day. And he's an easy guy to play with. It's fun.
Is it hard to play against Brady?
Yeah. Is it ever? You talk about one of those killers, right? Okay, let's talk about Brady coming down on you.
Yeah.
You're going to pick up a puck. It's yeah. He's a big boy, and he has absolutely zero regard for your health and safety.
Nope, doesn't care. Hey, when somebody like that though,
good for him.
But when he's coming down on you, are you like, I'm going to spin off of him, or are you like, you know what? I'm going to dig the puck in the corner and I'm going to put my shoulder right into his chest and do a reverse hit? Like, do you think about both of those, or just like real quick? Like, like when you reverse hit a guy, as a forward, man, you reverse hit me, I'm not hitting you again because now I'm fucking scared.
Yeah. I think, with him, it's so important where the puck is, and with guys of that size, like, do you really want to put your shoulder into him in that moment? Like, is that going to hurt you more than it's going to hurt him potentially? I'm more of like the avoid the hit, grab the puck, try and make a play. But yeah, I think it depends on the game, time of year, where we are. It's all important.
Listen, man, and I want to ask you about a few other guys, but I'm just curious. Like, a few years back, like, you guys had nobody in the stands, like, and people are like chirping the Florida Panthers. Oh, nobody cares about. And I've been to games down there, man, where it hasn't been very big. Like, did you feel like, hey, the fans are there, we just got to give them a reason to show up? Or were you ever like embarrassed over like the lack of fan support that you guys were getting a few years back? Or how did you just ignore that and just focus on just doing your job?
Yeah, you have to ignore it and focus and just do your job. But at the end of the day, if you win, if you build it, they'll come. And that's how it's always been. And if we build a legacy here in this community and continue to do what we're doing and win hockey games and have fun doing it, right? The right guys, Matthew Tkachuk brings it, like I said, 82 straight games every night. He's going to bring you into the fight and make it fun for the fans, whether we're winning and losing. So it's that business side of it. He's got it covered. And Paul's super entertaining. Barkey, some of the things he does on the ice is extremely entertaining. So I think it's a ticket to come to every game. And sometimes the boring style that we play, that simple style, isn't so exciting for the fan, but if you win, they'll come. And we've proven that. And it's definitely changed since I started here. Like I said, in the community and, at the games, it's a party.
Hey, so, okay, you don't have kids. You're making good money.
No.
You're in Florida. You got 2 days off. You just had a hard practice. Paul just fucking bags you. You feel good afterwards. What are you doing? Are you like, let's go goddamn fishing?
Let's get on the jet skis.
Let's get on a fucking yacht. I got that center console. Let's go get some fucking tuna. Like, what do you do?
Yeah, I sold my boat a few years ago. I just wasn't using it so much during the season. But yeah, like, rent a yacht is something we'll do once every 2-3 months. Play some golf. Yeah, we got options, obviously.
Yeah, you do.
But now with the tax situation, everybody wants to play there.
No shit.
And like, not everybody can, like.
What nobody realizes we get screwed on property tax.
Okay.
We get screwed on the property tax. They get you somewhere else, but it's still an absolute advantage. The no tax states, it's incredible. Every no tax state has a huge advantage, bar none. It's obvious.
Everybody gets fucked on property tax. Even in Missouri, you look at your property tax, like, why am I paying this? Like, everybody's just like,
yeah, well, it's not like Florida though, man.
Is it double?
It's expensive. I'll text you after what my property tax number is.
I don't even know if I want to see it.
Man. Hey, who else is putting fans in the seats though? Is that Sam Bennett, man. As much as Matthew,
yes,
like, helped take your team over to the top. I remember watching Bennett when he was in Calgary, and I heard that like he was kind of on the trade block, and I'm just like, this guy like. And one of his last games in Calgary, I watched him play, and he looked like the Florida Panthers version of Sam Bennett. Like he's flying around, he's creating shit, he's chipping in offensively. He was mean. I'm like, somebody's got to get their hands on this guy. And you obviously probably knew who he was, but like, did you think he was what he is to the Florida Panthers when he came to you guys?
Yeah. He's got a highlight reel of some of the dirtiest and some of the cleanest, hardest hits of all fucking time. It's incredible. If you go look at what he did to Bieksa, that was crazy.
Oh my God.
Do you remember that one?
Yep.
Yeah, and to Marchand too.
Yeah, Mr. Accidentally on purpose.
Yeah. I had no idea.
I don't think
What happened?
I didn't even know.
Oh yeah, I love it.
He was just protecting himself there. And he had a broken hand. He had a broken hand at the time. So he was literally just trying to get out of the way, but also protect himself with his opposite hand.
Yeah.
I don't blame it at all. But yeah, a lot of people thought that was on purpose, but he just came back from surgery. Like he took 16 days maybe from surgery and then straight into an NHL game against the Bruins. Like, come on. And then you got Marchand coming at you, you know. What are you going to do? You got to protect yourself.
Yeah, and so Marchand played it cool. Marchand played it cool. He was like, no, man, I've done that. I don't care.
Yeah, he did.
Marchand was really cool about that. But then Sam 100%. Bennett, he beat the fuck out of Max Domi. Oh, Jesus. I don't know, Max, well, he won.
He did that for you. I think he did it for you
instead of Barkov.
I think he said to you before the game, hey, listen, I'm going to get him back for what he fucking did to you.
Fucking pumped him. And then Max started making fun of his bald head. And I didn't like that, Andy, because I got a bald spot.
In the penalty box, yeah.
Sam Bennett's one of my favorite teammates of all time, if not, you know, right up there. So, you know, I love him. And, yeah.
Aaron, you can't win without those guys, right? I mean, those are the guys that you can't win without.
No, that's a second. It's a number one center on some teams, and on our team, a second line center who, in and out of our lineup, completely different team. So he's an incredible player, incredible person. Like what he does for us is so good. And you're looking over your shoulder when you see all the things that he's done. You know, when you're a D-man on the other team, you're looking over your shoulder. It is what it is. Like it's a split second that you take to make a different decision when he's on the ice.
Hey, you know who's one of the coolest guys? And we've had him on the show here, and I just hung out with him a little bit at Matthew Tkachuk's party, was Ed Jovanovski, man. Jovo, is he around the boys a lot? Like this guy, I mean, you would have thought he's still playing in the NHL, man. He's just loving life and having a good time, man. It was great to, you know, kind of get to know him away from the rink.
Yeah, good old Bell River boy, right? Yeah, he's awesome. He takes care of us. He'll bring us out to his golf course at Adios. I don't know if you ever heard of it. It's incredible. He's a member there. I think he's a member at a place out in Scotland or Ireland as well. So great guy. Takes care of the boys. Always down to hang out and have fun. And he was in the room after the game when we won. So, yeah, he's been a part of it.
Whenever you have a membership in fucking Scotland,
Ireland.
In Ireland,
well, the Tkachuk boys. Hey, the Tkachuk boys are going to Ireland, I think, later on this summer to play golf. So maybe they're heading to his course, man.
Probably. Hey, when you got hurt though during COVID, I watched that clip. I'm like, oh fuck! I could hear you screaming in the corner. Nobody's in the stands.
Oh my god!
You're just like
in Dallas on the road.
You're fucking smacking your hand down like fuck. I'm like, oh god.
Yeah, my leg snapped and I tore every ligament in my entire ankle. The surgeon said to prove the instability in surgery, he was removing my ankle from my body.
Ay. Dude.
Moving my foot from my body. Yeah, it was gruesome.
And you skate at the same level now that you did before the injury? Like you fully recover from that?
Yeah, I mean, some people might have opposite opinions, but that ankle is better than the other one because I've hurt the other one and then, you know, it's a little bit looser, right? The one that's surgically repaired is better. Same thing with the shoulder that was surgically repaired. Once they do that surgery and you spend countless hours making it better, it gets better than the other one. So you almost wish you had surgery on the other one.
It's like Tommy John with these pitchers. Like
these
just fucking get it done.
It's like these hip surgeries these guys are having.
Oh,
remember when Paul Correa was having hip surgery? He's like, I told him just to go ahead and do the other one too.
Oh, Jesus.
So
that's the worst.
All right, man. Yeah. So what's on tap?
So much time.
Oh yeah. What's on tap for you for the rest of the summer, man? How are you gonna wind down and just relax and
sleep?
And what are you doing with the cup?
So rest of the summer, I got a wedding this weekend back home, and then cup party. And I try to lay low. I try to actually like get back on the training program and the eating program, and definitely do it a lot more professional than I did for probably the first half of my career. It's pretty dialed in now. Gym every single day, and try not to drink other than the weddings and the cup parties and stuff like that. Obviously,
just every day.
Well, obviously, yeah. Like you got to have fun, right? I'm not a milk drinker. Like I like to have some fun. So at the end of the day, yeah, the cup party will be. I'm taking a plane with me, my wife, and my dogs, and then maybe Carter Verhaeghe's going to hop on because I think his cup party is 2 or 3 days after. But going to Sam Bennett's cup party in Toronto, enjoying that, and then going from Toronto with the cup from Benny's party to my party, and then back to Florida. Nothing crazy, but going to play some golf with it, take it to a community event at some point that day, and then be selfish with it a little bit during the day. Have just some close family over. Maybe my grandpa wants to probably spend some time with that thing.
I love it.
So those are the cool moments.
Hook him
Yeah,
up.
I know
man.
you have a brother, but like your dad, was your dad like the hockey dad we think of? Like, I mean, I'm sure he had a huge impact and role in your hockey career, man. To share it with him and your brother, like that's kind of what it's all about, isn't it?
Yeah. We all got matching Stanley Cup tattoos on our quads. So
let's see it. Let's see it.
Let's see it.
Stand up real quick. Let me see you.
Look at that.
It's just a little guy. It's just a little guy.
I love it.
Little guy. But yeah, no, Sam Bennett, Anthony Stollers, Monty, and Steve Lorentz. We all got them like 2 days later. It was fun. We were all, no sleep, straight into a tattoo.
Sure.
You woke up and you're like, I got something on.
Oscar Sundquist did the same thing, man.
I really like it.
Oh, let's see that hair real quick.
The same one's pretty cool.
Let's see that hair real quick. What do you got going? Let's see what you got going. Oh God, Andy. Jeez, you got that Swede in you. Hey, by the way, your last name?
Ekblad.
Eriksson Ekblad. What other
He's
Ekblad?
Swedish. Isn't your great-grandfather Swedish?
Great-grandfather, yes. Yeah.
There's a lot of Ekblads, I feel like, around. Remember we were talking about that?
I don't know, man.
I don't know. Anyway.
You got it all. Hey, listen.
You got it all.
It's a big year. Don't listen to all these BS like trade rumors and all the stuff people try to throw out.
Yeah, you're fucking great.
You are a Florida Panther for life. I hope it all works out. And you're gonna have
your name was Bill Zito.
We got to make it.
Throw this water.
Well, we got to make it happen. We got to make that happen.
We'll
but you're gonna have a great year. You guys. Listen, you got a good team. Hopefully, you guys can go do it again. It's hard to repeat, man. You guys are having fun now, but great team to watch, man. It was so much fun watching you guys play throughout the course, and not just last year as well, too, man. You guys were so banged up last year.
It's fun to watch.
I don't know how you guys were going to get through another round last season.
Yeah, it wasn't happening last year, and that's it's what guided us through this year, right?
Yeah. And now you know how
health was huge.
Now you know how hard it is to win, right? It is what everyone says it is, right? It's the hardest trophy in sports to win.
It is. But, with our team, like someone said it, I forget who said it, but like you dream your entire life of being on a team that freaking good, right? It was, it was meant to be. It was destiny. So that save Bob made, not even fucking looking. Like I bought the t-shirt,
oh my God.
the Bobbery.
Bob, what's he like?
That's the kind of shit that you realize it's destiny.
Does he talk?
Does he smile?
Bob, yeah, Bob's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, again, one of those perfect people.
Yeah. Right. Hey, last thing for you, because before Game 7, when the Blues won the Cup a few years back, Craig Berube had like a great speech beforehand, and it's recorded and it's been out there all over social media and stuff. Who spoke before Game 7 to the team before you guys went out on the ice to go take care of business and win the Stanley Cup? Was there a memorable moment that took place in the locker room when it was just the players and coaches?
Well, the problem was we had, 4 chances, right? Yeah. So there was somebody spoke up every single game, and there was a lot of motivation being thrown around. But I mean, I can't remember exactly what was said before Game 7. Maybe there's a video clip somewhere. Paul's post-game speech is forever etched in my mind, and he gave you guys a little bit of it. I think it was Sportsnet or somebody on the ice after the game, and there was, there's little bits and pieces of that, but he asked for no cameras in that moment in the room, and it was
wow.
one of the greatest, one of the most emotional speeches I've ever heard. It was incredible. That's just his way with words.
And it worked.
You deserve it, man.
You deserve it.
You've had a great career, and you're just getting started, man. You got a long ways to go.
We're rooting for you. We're rooting for you.
Our favorite Swede right there.
Yeah, grow that fucking hair out, though. Seriously.
All right, go get on the boat.
See you, buddy.
Enjoy yourself, man.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
And have a great cup party, too.
Good luck to you, buddy.
All right, take care.
Thanks, guys. The Cam & Strick Podcast is brought to you by Bellman. Behlmann. Bellman Automotive. Located where?
Troy,
Missouri. Buick GMC on one side of the street. Right on the other side, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. Get yourself some new wheels in time for the winter. That was Aaron Ekblad.
he's a cool cat, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a damn good player.
Really good player.
Fuck, he gets roughed up a lot, too, you know.
Yeah, but he'd rough people up, too.
No, he gets in these weird situations where he's got to fight somebody, you know.
Yeah.
You play a lot, dude. Like, you're cross-checking guys. You piss people off. Like, he's not a dirty player, but, like, you're just in the mix all the time. Always just get pissed at you.
Yeah.
And not to mention the way the style of play pisses people off. Like, you got guys chirping. You got Bennett chirping. You got Matthew chirping. And all of a sudden, you're on the ice a lot. Guys get pissed at you because they can't get to them.
What do you think of the Max Domi punch?
Well, I thought he needs to stick up for himself.
Yeah, he said that kind of.
No, but like, don't ever let a guy punch you like that, dude. You never let a guy punch you. You know he's going to do it. You know he's riled up.
It's not sticking up for yourself. You mean protecting yourself.
Protect yourself. Don't let a guy get a clean punch on you like that. That's how you get knocked out. Yeah. That's why I was mad at Matthew when Zach Cassian did it to him. He just kind of ragdolled him, and Matthew just kind of just let him ragdoll. Like, you're getting caught, man. Protect yourself.
My eyes look like Cassian's eyes right now.
So Andy always turns it around like to him. Like, we're talking about Matthew and Zach Cassian. He's like, how can I spin this where my name's involved in something? I see this with radio people a lot, you know, when I first got on the radio.
Yeah.
Like, somebody will be talking about something complete, and all of a sudden they have to
bring themselves
into it.
I know.
That's you.
But Cassian had the pink eye, and I said that to myself today.
Your eyes aren't bad, dude. You see, another thing is exaggerate everything in your life. That's why your stories
feel
are bad.
like it. I can't see you very well.
You don't have anything like really cool.
Yeah,
so
but
like,
I'm not seeing you.
So
very
you're like,
well right
you're
now.
like, damn, I got to think of a story, but I'm gonna really tell it slow.
Hey, you know what?
Like, exaggerate.
So Ekblad, he talked about that. He said, yeah, he did learn. Like, you got to protect yourself, dude. And he didn't want to talk about it too much, but his boy Sam Bennett then came to his defense, dude. And
was that the same game, or is that later on?
I think later on, dude. Because
Sam Bennett beat the shit out of Maxie, who we won on the pod, by the way. Mm-hmm. And then Max started chirping him after getting ragged down for being bald. I'm like,
isn't Ty bald?
Yeah, your dad's bald too, so you're kind of chirping your dad.
So are you.
I am. You know, I mean, your hair's not that nice, just so you know. But yeah, anytime you get ragged out like that, and you pick somebody as a parent's like,
is that a chirp?
Well, you could chirp people for being bald. Like, that happens all the time. But I would say, like, after you piss pumped, you should probably keep your mouth shut.
Oh, God. We like Max.
Well, yeah. He's awesome. I love Max. I love Ty. I stick up for Ty on Facebook every damn day.
Ty Domi.
Yeah.
Why?
Who else do you think I'm thinking of? Your son? See, there it is again. Isn't that, see, it's unbelievable. He's got it. It's about me. No, Ty Domi.
Yeah.
You know.
I stick up for Cam a lot, too, also.
I'm sure you do.
I do, all the time. I always have to stick up for Cam.
Who's chirping me?
Why is it got to be about you, dude? I'm not talking about you.
You just brought my name into it.
Cam, there's another Cam.
Oh, yeah.
Cam Neely. It's not about you. That's what Cam does, dude. It makes it all about him.
Bad chirper, dude. You're bad.
This guy, right? So why talk about me?
Good one.
But anyway, getting back to what Adam Oates said, what do you think of that? Because there's all these dudes.
What Oatesy say?
There's Instagram skill and there's real hockey skill. I see all these kids that can do
well, yeah.
But then you put them in the game. Can you play through contact?
Do you know how to get the puck off the wall?
Can you play when somebody's leaning on you?
Yeah. In the corners when the guy is roughing you up.
I see some of these kids, man. They can't. They struggle with that at a young age. They cannot play through contact.
You're cutting across the middle with your head down, dangling. Somebody's cutting back. One of those big defensemen. You got Zadorov come. You're gonna go down Zadorov like this. He's gonna put you
downtown Chinatown.
Like Swaggy P played D1. Like, he's dangling.
He's
dude.
tiny though.
He's dangling like, if you're a defenseman, I'm like, I'm gonna get this dude. And then once you got,
he'd
over.
probably admit that though.
No, I know. I'm not saying
he's like made a great living for himself doing.
I like
shit.
him.
Yeah.
We're just you're bringing that up, and I keep thinking of him because I just saw that video of him dominating, with Trevor Zegras and those guys. So I'm just thinking, like, can he get the puck off the wall and spin off a guy coming down the wall and doing that? Like, I don't know.
Right.
You could dangle.
Right.
We see a lot of guys that are unbelievably skilled, and they didn't find a way.
They look
Why
great
is that?
with cones on the ice.
Yeah, well, they look good in the alumni skate or whatnot,
Or cones on the ice.
What?
Or like cones on the ice,
Yeah, with cones on the ice, you can stick handle through a cone.
There's no cones on the ice in the games. Andy Murray used to say that. He would never put cones on the ice during his practices. He goes, you ever seen a cone on the ice during a game? I'm like, no, but, I mean, there's no cones on the ice during...
You look like a cone if you dress in orange. You get dangled around like a cone.
I'd play one after fucking Brooks for that cone.
Ecstasy Brooks.
You seen those eyes?
I know what those eyes look like. I've had those eyes.
What they look like?
He's like,
you fucking conehead.
He's like, oh yeah, oh I know that. Oh, I know that feeling. You're feeling good right now, aren't you? The eyes are wide open like that. Either he took a fat line of yak, or he was rolling ecstasy, baby.
Oh God.
How could you look at his eyes?
I'll see a lot of that coming up tonight, dude. Because
if he had a mugshot and his eyes are like this, or like he's fucking yacked out.
I'll see a lot of that tonight at the fish show.
Oh, you going tonight?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, have fun, dude, with that.
I will, dude.
Monday night is.
No, Tuesday night. It's tonight when this is coming out.
Jesus. Okay, Tuesday night. Still. Ooh.
I know.
I like Friday, Saturday, man.
I'm with you.
You know.
I'll see if I can get you a ticket. Maybe come.
I'm good. I don't need it.
What do you mean?
If you would have asked me and Kate, I'd be like, I probably would have said yeah, like weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
But not now.
Why?
Because I don't feel like it. But if you genuinely would have been like, hey, we want you to come with our friends, I would have done it.
Do they have boxes at
Riverport?
Chaffetz?
Oh, at Chaffetz?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Luxury boxes?
Probably. Like now you're going to get a luxury box, don't you have your tickets already?
Yeah. But just didn't know.
And he just says that to act like he's going to buy luxury. He ain't buying that. Did you get free tickets?
No, I didn't actually.
You paid for them?
Mm-hmm. Because, dude,
did you pay for your soccer tickets?
No.
I was going to say, it's expensive for
like second row.
Five people, second row. That would cost you a lot of money.
It would have. But, dude, I didn't want to mess with it I don't mind paying for a concert or whatever. It's like, I didn't want to feel like trying to like get tickets. I just wanted to get my tickets because they're not easy to get. You know what I'm saying?
I get that. If a soccer game's happening every week, like whatever.
If I get tickets for the soccer game, I'll go. Mm-hmm. I ain't paying for that.
Concert, if you like a band, you got to pay for it.
I'll pay for that. I don't mind.
I don't want to go through the point. I don't want to go through any of that.
No, I just want my tickets.
I don't like asking people for anything. Yeah. If they offer, I'll do it for free.
I've been through it so many times it's the day of the show, whatever. You're just scrambling, trying to find tickets. I just don't want to deal with that.
I used to do that with guys, man, when I was playing here. They just asked me for tickets like 2 hours for the game, 2 hours, like a night before.
What, for Blues tickets?
Oh, God.
Who, your buddies?
Yeah. 7, can you bring me, or coaches or teachers or whoever I grew up with would out of the blue, like, hey, can you give me 7 tickets to the Blackhawks game Saturday night? We're like, fuck. I mean, so I go around the locker room. Who doesn't have it? Who doesn't have tickets? They all do. Their families are in town.
It's a Hoosier move.
They say it is a Hoosier move to do that. It's like, you don't know, man. I got to worry. Like, come on.
Yeah.
So I'd find a way to.
Again, you heard First Form Nick tell you exactly the way it is. Man.
I hope that sounds good on the pod, Well, and you did that twice.
You'll listen to it.
I hope that sounds good. I'm sure there's a better way to do the phone call in. So
we'll do it differently.
Can we do it differently? You know?
I just wasn't thinking like.
But we got a lot of. Can you send me some of them too, please?
Yeah.
Thank you. Can you involve me? Thank you. Yeah.
Can you involve me?
Jesus Christ.
Let's see what this guy is. Oh, this is good.
Turn it up. Turn it up.
Fucking province in Canada. So all I wanted to say here, boys, is let's go to right wing. You got all one when it comes to Stevie Y and the Wings, boys. By the way, you should get Stevie on. Have a good one, boys. You only take it. You're the man. Goddamn, take shit kicker, baby.
That's what's up right there,
That's
baby.
What's up.
I love that. What's his name? What's his name?
Alex, man.
Alex, what up,
Quebec.
baby? God dang right. You did chirp Quebec.
He did. He's
I don't
from
wanna,
there.
But okay,
he can do that, dude.
There it is. That's why I
You're
get chirp the
allowed
fucking
to.
Hoosiers out where I
Yes,
grew
so
up,
can I.
baby. No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
And now I'm offended. You're calling my dad one.
I didn't call
My
him.
dad was not. My parents were not
I
Hoosiers.
did not call him
We
a
had
Hoosier.
neighbors that were, that we loved.
Stop stretching your shirt.
I'm fat. God, fuck. Skating Wednesday.
So my thing. Oh, we
I'll
were
let you know. if
we
you
were
can.
we were guest coaches.
Yeah, that was fun.
So I wore these glasses that I got. They're very expensive glasses, and I had never worn them out of the house, dude. So I only wear them in the house when I'm watching TV or something. So they're so comfortable on my face, dude. Like they're very, very comfortable. So I wear them to the rink when we do this guest coaching event for Total Package Hockey, TPH, Phil McRae. My team beat Cam's, by the way, 13-11, all coaching, because I made some adjustments late in the game. And I wear these glasses. Cam, right away in front of everybody, just starts chirping my glasses, dude.
Dude, that's what we do. Okay, we chirp each other. Your glasses look a little different. And I was like, what are those? It wasn't in front of everybody. See, here's the thing. I was on one bench. All of our buddies showed up to support.
I was supposed to be on that bench.
Obviously, everybody comes on my bench to hang out with me. And he's literally over there by himself coaching. He leaves his team, comes over to hang with us because all our buddies were over there. Then I chirp him a little bit for his glasses, and then he brings it up on the podcast like it's a big deal.
Yeah, that was.
And he's like, there were thousands of dollars. I'm like, makes it even worse.
That wasn't. That's
There were
bullying.
thousands of dollars. Okay.
That's bullying.
No, I just said.
No, I think
I like your other glasses better. I told you. Every time you're on TV, I compliment what you say, how you look. You ask me how was I okay? I go yes. You always call me after you do a hit, and you're like, how was I?
I do not.
Yeah, you do.
I don't. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, you do.
Go ahead.
It's all good.
Okay, go ahead.
I go, yeah, you do damn good. It's like you always do. You always do good on the hits,
That
dude.
was bullying.
But your glasses, I said those blue ones that you wear look fucking awesome.
Yeah.
You got your blue suit, you got your blue glasses, you look damn good. These look a little different.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what are these? And then you're like, oh, thousands of dollars. I'm like, okay, but I'm just saying, they look different.
Okay.
I'm bullying.
That was kind of bullying.
No, it wasn't.
Well, thank you, Aaron Ekblad, for coming on with us, man, and all the best this season. He was having his cup day coming up, so he may have just had
He's
it.
probably sick of the damn cup after a while. You go to all these parties, man. It's like, oh, you got to say no at times.
Dude, I'm at
Or
that
your
point
wife?
right now where I just can't. Like, alcohol is not agreeing.
Why do you turn it on you? You don't even know you're doing
I did
it.
that on purpose.
That's why Andy's never really worked in radio with somebody else for a long time. Like, he'll do hits here and there with people. They talk over each other because he doesn't know how to shut the fuck up. And so, like, you always,
That was a joke.
Do it again.
Dude.
No, it wasn't.
God, yes, it was.
You don't even know
how, you don't even know. You don't even have no sense of humor.
Yeah.
And I am.
I am no sense of humor. Get out of here.
And I'm nasal.
It's about you.
But no, I would agree, though.
It's about
if
you.
you're having the cup all the time and you're just.
No, it's just like you get invited all over the world with it. Like your teammate wants to invite you here and there. It's like, damn, I got kids at home. My wife's fucking pissed.
Yeah.
Like, after a while, your family's like, I need you.
Yeah.
You know, so like, there's some like I gotta go to British Columbia, then I go to Toronto, then I go back to here because everybody, you're getting invited to every one of them. Which teammates?
Not really.
Which teammates you say no to, right? Like,
I don't think you're inviting all your
not
teammates.
every time.
Like at Matthew's party, I didn't see one of his teammates there.
Well, they probably were invited, and they were if they want to go.
Everyone knows they can come. Who's coming to St. Louis, dude?
I don't know.
It's easy for like when Patty had his cup party here in St. Louis. It's easy for his teammates to come here because they all have houses here. They play here in this city. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm just saying like you get invited to everything, so it's like which ones you pick out.
I know. I got you.
Well, what do you think he was doing this weekend? He was going back home for he was going to Sam Bennett's cup party.
Well, because they were like taking a PJ and all that.
Okay.
And make it easy, Toronto here, and they probably get it for a few extra hours by doing that.
And then he was afterwards or something like that too, and then he was going somewhere else with it.
They're a cool team. Not quite as cool as Team USA basketball, but they were a cool team.
I'd rather hang out with those guys than probably the basketball players.
No, I know.
They're probably, more normal. Those guys are on a different level.
What level are they on?
Different level
of wealth.
Yeah, and popularity.
In celebrity.
Yeah, they couldn't go anywhere. Like these guys just hide.
So all the basketball players, they're not staying in the Olympic Village. They're staying at a very expensive luxury hotel.
I wouldn't either.
In Paris. So I don't blame them. I'm like,
are they getting chirped for that?
some people were like,
get out of
I'm not staying in the
They're
village.
the biggest of the big. They could do whatever the hell they want.
Yeah.
I'm sticking up for them on this.
Hell
one.
yeah.
Get away. They can't go anywhere.
No.
All you pole vaulters, you water polo, which I appreciate all that.
Women's
no one
water polo.
gives a fuck. Once when you're done with this,
archery.
These guys are gigantic
archery.
Exactly. Gigantic superstars. They gotta hide. They are so goddamn popular.
Skeet
they
shooting.
can't go anywhere without getting mobbed.
Yeah.
Let them do their own thing.
Skeet shooting. Hey, Proper Cannabis, man. Look for our hit of the week coming up on our Instagram, man. Proper Cannabis has a new store in Kirkwood's, their flagship store. They got a drive-through and all that. They got like 11 statewide, dude. Even the dispensaries that aren't Proper Cannabis, they even sell the proper they sell their products.
That's
there.
another reason why I ate so much.
Oh, really? Did you have any of that nighttime? Night.
See ya. You know, you take that mug, you're like, but then I get up like, oh, let's go.
Let's go.
Like, I'm going to do my push-ups.
Let's
baby.
do it.
Let's go.
Let's
Squat,
go.
Blah, wrestle that bar.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
You know?
Hell yeah.
So, but that'll put you
downtown Chinatown, baby.
You going to create anything?
Oh, I've created
like what?
I've created
what?
What?
Give me a saying.
I had a cameo.
Give me a saying. That you created.
Oh, I got a number of them.
Maybe.
I mean, it's just too hard to think of just one.
Get on with yourself.
I'll give you one. Go on with yourself.
Get on with yourself. I don't know where but all the shit I say though, I got it from somebody else.
Oh, of course.
Of course. I don't know where I got that from, but it was somebody. Yoink Simpsons back in the day.
Did you?
They go yoink. I'm like, that's interesting.
Yeah, I probably came up with that.
Yeah. Of course you did.
Probably did it on my own.
Everything revolves around the
314-312-3708.
You know.
Call my listener line.
Maddie, it's unbelievable. He can't help himself. He
Shit.
doesn't even realize it. If I never called him out, he would have no idea that he's doing it.
Call my listener line.
And he always be like, I'm doing it on purpose. No, you're not.
Yeah, I am.
No, you're not.
Call my listener line. Hey, Proper Cannabis, baby. Use our promo code Camistrick20. It saves you 20%.
Yeah, baby. Get that mind right.
Get that mind right with Proper Cannabis. I saw Craig Parker and JP and all those boys recently, man. So great dudes, man.
What's up?
They have just taken the cannabis industry here in the Midwest to the next level, one plant at a time.
One plant at a time. Dang good plants. They do.
Dang good plants. Firstform.com/Camistrick. Again, enter our sweepstakes and do it today. You heard us all about it.
Just send over your receipt.
Send the invoice number.
Yeah, invoice number. You
qualify.
You could just tag us.
Yes.
Tag us.
Hatlaunch.com, baby.
Yep. We'll see them tomorrow.
America's #1 source for hats, customized hats and shirts. Hey, every hat tells a story, man. See this right here? See mine right here? See this right here? Right here. Every hat tells a story, baby.
Today?
Get that customized hat and get it today with Hat Launch, baby.
See them tomorrow. We love you guys.
Danny boy and Jordan, everybody over there. Speaking of Danny, at Bellman you get no
swinging dicks, none of that shit.
But
Troy, Missouri.
But you do get flavored water and sushi.
These new trucks out, dude. I swear to God,
you get flavored water and sushi.
There's your thing, and there's your thing. These new trucks are unbelievable. The GMC Denali's, the new Rams, they're awesome, man.
Did you see that guy on a police chase in a Dodge Ram pull away and drive up the mountain to get away from the cop? The cop tried to chase him, couldn't make it up there. He just.
Was that on the Today Show?
No, but there was something on the.
That's where Andy gets his news from, eh? He does. The View and the Today Show, because that's what his wife watches, and Andy's not allowed to change the channel.
The View is taking some heat. What'd they say?
What do you? They're
no, she just says some stupid shit.
They're all stupid. Listen to them. They're stupid.
What? Camilla was on there.
You would watch that.
I don't watch The View.
What'd she say about the border?
Camilla?
What'd she say?
Didn't hear.
Let everybody in?
I haven't heard her say much about it.
Exactly.
I am voting for her.
You'll vote for her. You can't help it. Orange man bad. No matter what. Orange Man Bad.
What does that mean?
What do you mean? What does it mean?
Never heard of that.
Mm-hmm.
Orange Man Bad?
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Camilla. She could be president, dude.
Her husband was a lawyer, by the way.
Yes.
They're in love.
Probably lived in your neighborhood. Not mine.
Probably would. Ours is nicer.
No. When you were a kid.
I doubt that.
No diversity in Cam's neighborhood.
Not mine.
Never met anyone different.
No, not until third grade. I lived way out there, man.
Yeah. Way out.
It's like what Andy chirps me for acting like I didn't live out there. Now he chirps me for living out there. Like you don't know what to do.
You don't know what to do.
You don't know what
he
to
doesn't
do.
even
you
know what to do.
He's gonna call somebody for an opinion.
Hey, get that Buick GMC or the Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. All located where?
Troy, Missouri.
Santa Danny boy.
Danny, what up?
And Kenny. And Dale.
Get back to fucking work. God damn it. Dale.
Shilly plastering, Cam.
Shilly, what up, man? I might have to give my daddy a goddamn above ground pool.
We want that. Well, you need to get that Pebble Tech.
I will.
Comes with a 5-year warranty.
Oh, my neighbors, I told you. They got that layout.
They got the Pebble Tech?
They are going to get hooked up. I'm going to make sure that Shilly does their pool.
Say it to Ryan.
Ryan, what up, baby? Tell your daddy I said
and
what's
Marcy.
up. I love you. Marcy, how you doing, girl? Hi.
Hell yeah.
Tell your daddy I said what's up, Ryan. God dang.
Illinois Recovery Center.
Right there in Swansea, Illinois. I'd be golfing with Eric Conley and
If you are dealing with some type of personal issue, man, there's nobody better to help you get through it.
If you guys, we know these guys personally, and I'm telling you, they put so much care into this damn thing. They put so much care into this. We see it firsthand. And I know Andy's kind of joking and chirping right now. I am dead serious on this.
Why would you say
dead serious?
That's I don't like. Take that out. Because I don't.
No,
like that.
well, because you keep like repeating what I'm saying, like mockery.
That's
so
not mockery. That's not mockery.
Let me just do my thing. They are the real deal. We love them. Andy and I both know them very well, and they will help you. But you have to help yourself. You have to help yourself. You're not just going to carry you in and be like, you have to really.
But you know
be
what?
strong.
Even if you're someone who you know somebody close to you needs help, and you're having trouble figuring out a way to get them to understand that they need help, or get them the help that they need,
just reach out to me,
reach out, man.
Reach out. I'll talk to you
and
guys.
we'll help you get through that part of it too.
I'll talk to you guys, dude. Just you know how to message me. I get it every single day.
Mocking anybody. No, you shouldn't say that.
You don't know you're doing it, but you're just kind of, it's all good. You know,
dude,
they know you're not, but they know
I
you're
hope
not.
so.
They know you're not, but
God.
You're weird today.
Oh, come on.
You are a little bit.
It's my sickness.
What's wrong with you? Were you allowed? Do you need to be on radio more or something?
My sickness.
I think this is such a down time for Andy that he's so like these radio guys. They have to be on, and Andy will chirp guys for being like this, but really he's one of them where he has to be on and talk to where he's not getting enough of that. So on
That's
here,
not true.
yes, it is.
I don't need to be on the radio. All
Yes,
the
you
time.
do.
Otherwise, I would.
Yeah, you would.
I would.
Oh, you will in a month. You'll say yes, everything. Andy would do radio shows when he had deep COVID. And we would play clips on a radio show of Andy doing an interview. And he sounded so bad. And we clip off Andy's interview because he just said, and it's good for the station because Andy fucking worked his ass off anytime he needed on. But Andy likes to hear himself talk. And he would go on, like, had COVID so bad. And he died, and your voice was so raspy, but you still did
over
a
the
30-minute interview
because he wouldn't leave me. He wouldn't get me on.
Well, you should have said no to him. God, we clip that. We play that. It's a match made in heaven. We should steal some of those drops and play them on here. We clipped off Andy's. Andy's funny. Like when you don't act like you're funny, you're the funniest. When you don't try to be, you're fucking hilarious. Andy would sing these rap things. He would do all these fucking right beforehand. He doesn't even know he's getting recorded, and I'd have my producer in there that's recording Andy's show. Mm-hmm. And beforehand, Andy would get his warm up in and start talking, and we'd clip all that off without him knowing, and I'd play it on my radio show, and people were obsessed with it. Wow. It's a match made. And he'd sing a song. He didn't even know he was doing it. Oh, fucking hilarious, man. You do make me laugh. You do.
Who's the next? Who does USA Basketball have next?
I don't know. I watched them.
Who do the girls have?
I have a feeling.
I know you are throwing this out there. Go ahead.
I know. I will say it. I have a feeling they're going to lose a big game.
Like the gold medal game?
Like a game that
have they ever lost? I don't think they've ever lost a game in the Olympics.
I just have a feeling. This chick from fucking China is 7'4".
And I mean this.
BG's going to be like, what do I do?
And I mean this sincerely. Can she throw down?
I don't know. Oh, dunk?
Yeah.
Guaranteed. If she can't dunk.
Like one hand.
That is pathetic. God, she's just like this.
Could you imagine being 7 feet? And some of you maybe
7'3".
I know, but she's 7'3". But if some of you out there maybe 7'3" and like not athletic, and you have to live as
you're
a
just
7-footer,
you're achy everywhere you go.
You never made it as an athlete.
Yeah, like
what's your excuse, dude?
You're unathletic. Sometimes, or your knee hurts so bad, but your body grew so fast. Yeah, but if
I was 6'6",
listen, you know the biggest guy is from Granite City. You know his name?
Yeah, the Giant, Alton Giant.
Alton Giant. Andy.
He's not from Granite City. Yeah, he's from Alton.
Alton, my bad. Right next to Granite City.
Thank you.
Good job on that. My bad. You got me on that 100%. Walden, Robert Waldo, or something like that. That guy wasn't athletic. He couldn't move. His fucking legs grew His legs grew so fast that it couldn't keep up with your athleticism. Yeah, so you're kind of goofy. And everywhere you go, to go to the bathroom, to fucking go travel, to get into a car, you're the most, imagine getting into a car, you're like this, and you have to travel 12 hours. Like, that must have been miserable for him.
If I was 6,
Andre the Giant,
if I was 6'6",
you're fine now. Like, everything's bigger now. You know what I mean? Hell, people are complaining of being obese on planes where they want 2 seats for free.
Do you know Southwest is now
doing
assigned seating?
I know. Fuck, the air travel right now is scary. Boeing.
Dude, if I was 6'6", I'm just saying I probably would have
You're not. You're 5'6".
I probably would have had like 1,100 games.
If I was 6'5", I'd say I would have had a lot more games.
Yeah, 100%.
No doubt.
No, you would have too.
You would have had more than me still, though, right?
Probably 6'6".
Just because like you can't be everything, right? Like you can't. You're unbelievable athletic. You're the best at this.
Okay.
That,
all right. Well, listen, for everybody. Listen.
We love you guys.
Subscribe to our YouTube.
YouTube, baby.
We love everyone watching our YouTube.
Check it out. Leave a comment. We love you guys, man.
Yeah.
What's the phone number again?
314-312. My number?
No.
My line. My hotline. 314-312-3708.
Leave a message.
Yeah.
Funny stuff. Chirp both of us. You know, whatever's on your mind. I love it, dude. It's hilarious.
They're funny.
They're funny, dude. Be creative. We'll play it. We'll have a better way of playing it because I don't think it comes over the phone too well, and I don't want to people are listening. I don't want to be boring and waste their time, Andy.
I already heard this.
Yeah. Okay. It's all good. We don't need to do any more.
Okay.
We'll have a better. But say it one more time.
314-312-3708.
312-3708. 314-312-3708. Call in, leave a message, dude.
I hope
do
that's
your
the
thing.
right number.
Say it one more time.
Well, we gotta find that.
Good God.
Just want to make sure it's the right number. I think it is, though. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
Okay, it is. 312. Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
Andy, can't you just look at it?
Well, I'm just saying.
He's looking at he's looking at his other text messages.
I can't find the actual number. That's got to be it.
We love you guys, man. Enjoy. We'll see. We got a bunch more.
Thanks for all your support.
We got a bunch more stuff coming up here.
Go on with yourself.
And we're probably going to do another hour here too, by the way.
Oh, yeah. That's coming up soon.
That's going to be coming up. We love you guys. And
keep it real.
We'll see you next week.
Yeah.